We're back.
Welcome back. So, the party of adventurers, the Valkyrie, who have been crossing the Desert of Desolation in search of the 5 star gems of Martek, which will help you to recover his sphere of power to defeat the Dark One, Calitharius. You met up with another alleged adventure-seeking individual by the name of Monsieur Marco.
Hi.
And with Marco in tow, you entered into a temple occupied heavily by a militant band of Elemen. These Elemen appeared to be led by a priestly Iaseda, and they were a little possessive. They didn't let you get a look at their book. They didn't let you take a lot of time to study the inscriptions, but they did let you rest. And then from this temple, you found a causeway that ascended up into a pyramid. Not just any pyramid, the pyramid that was once the tomb, the theft-proof tomb of Amun-Ra. Unfortunately, Amun-Ra done fucked up. He laid a curse on his own people, and so Osiris punished him to reside undead forever until his theft-proof tomb that he loved so much could be looted, until his star gem and his staff of rulership were claimed, hopefully by you. And so, where we pick up, you have just convinced the Elemen door guards, Atfez and Pachi, that you know the manager, you're on the list. And they
High five.
they have allowed you access into this sacred, mysterious place. And that's where we now pick up. So, the sun still shines behind you. Is it? Wait, sun? I'm sorry. No, the moonlight still shines behind you. You came here in the night. It's about 10 after 10. You've entered into a vast room of cool darkness with a flat ceiling only 20 feet above. You can see support pillars, 4 on either side, standing 10 feet from the east and west walls of the chamber ahead. Both the walls and the pillars are of intricate, decorated design. Just inside the entrance, at the south end of the side walls, you can see 4-foot wide corridors, which lead to the east and to the west. Now, for our European friends, I'm sure there's 1 or 2 of you in this party, that's just a little over 1 meter wide. So not very wide halls.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
I take it the things isn't working for my Halo properly still.
What do you mean the thing?
Like the graphics that's just not going to be a thing.
I can probably make that work.
Don't break anything. It's
it appears
fine.
like it is still working.
I don't see the. Can you unpause the game?
I think
Hello?
the shiny graphics aren't working, but the light
That's
sources.
what I mean.
The light sources, yeah.
I meant
Weird.
the shiny graphic.
When I select your token,
yes,
if I right-click your token and then open the gear tab, it shows.
Is the light effect the little dot with the light thing? Does that override?
Oh, it's working now. Or it did first. Or it did when I went to the gear.
Yeah,
Also,
that's the thing. It's only doing it with the gear. So something in there is probably borked.
It's not working on Observer, but
what if I
I would just not
do
worry
this?
about it.
Okay.
Let's not worry about our technical problems for now. Let's play the game.
We've already had enough.
I was just curious.
I'm just wondering if the light effect of Foundry is overriding the graphics, because the light effect has.
yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. The light spell is overriding it.
You can have one or the other, not both.
I will note, as you move past the 2 4-foot corridors and can kind of illuminate the back of this 50-foot square chamber. You can see a statue 20 feet tall going all the way up to the ceiling of a pharaoh in the center of the north wall. Oddly, the statue appears to be carved from a different stone than the surrounding walls.
You said a pharaoh, like we don't know who it is.
What
Okay, it's Amun-Ra.
what kind of
Just
stone?
making sure.
What kind of stone is it?
You can't tell from that far away. Some type of marble or granite, it looks like.
Cora will start entering the room.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this.
Which
It has
bit?
it's a weird vibe in here because it's horizontally, it's so open, but vertically, the ceiling is perfectly flat, smooth, and only 20 feet high. It gives it sort of a very strangely both agoraphobic and claustrophobic feeling at the same time.
I like it.
There wouldn't be traps in here, right? I'm gonna just zigzag my way, clearly avoiding any traps, and go right over to the statue.
Were you standing on the odds or the evens?
It was random.
Oh.
Weren't you going to kneel down in front of the statue and close your eyes while I conduct some archaeological surveys? You know, praying and all that.
Wait, should I do that?
Can't
is
hurt.
that a thing? Okay.
A3 is also going to do it.
Mr.
Good.
Amun-Ra, please guide us. Don't be mad. We're doing this because you asked us to, and don't kill us. Thank you.
That'll do the trick.
Wait,
I'll
do you
I'll
have to do
start
praying out
checking-
loud?
That's
Well,
how I
don't
like to
mind
pray.
either way. Just don't open your eyes.
Wait,
Just
what?
respect
I
it,
opened my
obviously.
eyes.
I'm gonna start checking the walls and everything, see if I find any peculiarities, like hidden doors and such things.
Go ahead and make a blind perception check. So in terms of, since you guys are in exploration right now, what you are considered doing is searching. So as you guys kind of explore these areas, your character is sort of constantly looking for traps or secret doors or things of that nature.
I gotta turn on the actions for this character. Crap.
Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. I should have had you guys do this earlier.
Shit.
Did I walk you guys through getting all of the actions listed on your character sheet?
Nope.
Has that
I don't think I
changed?
did. Yes.
Oh.
So go to configure settings.
Configure settings.
Top right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All of you are going to want to do this. Go to the PF2E workbench.
Yep.
PF. Am I in the right place?
If you go game
settings.
settings, then configure settings in that one.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah.
PF2 workbench.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Scroll down there to skill actions position.
Yeah.
And set that drop down to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to do, right?
Yes, though it's up to you if you want the next one down to be skill icon or action cost icon.
Yeah. And you will have to refresh Foundry, by the
And
way.
well, no, you also have to click
Right?
save changes.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
And then if you refresh on your actions tab, all skill actions will be available.
Oh.
So then,
Nice.
like in the case of Marco,
Hello.
There you are.
Have to reload in now.
Oh, yep, you probably will.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
But like on the actions tab, you'll see that there are 3 different tabs. There's encounter, exploration, and downtime. On the exploration tab, there should be your different exploration actions.
Downloading.
Me and Marco are the only ones by the statue right now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I at the statue?
No, E3.
Or
No,
are you
that's
looking
Ithri, yeah.
somewhere else?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Me and
the statue.
Ithri. Okay.
I was gonna start in one corner and then work my way
Okay,
around.
you're good.
I'm
So-
praying with
I'm
you.
going to be following Marco just so he can actually see what he's doing.
Okay.
Well, but I
So-
can see now, so
Let's talk exploration actions. Marco is obviously searching. What are the rest of you guys doing? These could be things like investigating, which is like if you see something of interest, you're making a knowledge or a recall lore check about it or something of that nature. You're like trying to figure out the interesting things that you see. It could be something. So if someone came into this room with investigation and you didn't know that this statue is of Amun-Ra, you'd be able to just kind of investigate that, see if you know that's Amun-Ra. You could be defending, which is like starting, if combat should begin, you start with some benefits already. You could be scouting, which is sort of like keeping watch, where if initiative is rolled, everyone gets a +1 bonus on initiative. Stuff like that. You could be sneaking.
Is there any writing on the walls?
There is not. It's, at least here, it's all just decorative, it looks like.
Okay.
These are like hieroglyphics and artwork murals depicting a young man in a seat of rulership.
Could the scout option be used in this situation?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, so what that would mean is that you're just kind of
leave the
generally
group.
keeping an eye out
Yeah,
for
yeah.
trouble.
I don't want to leave the group, but yeah, scouting I think is.
Yeah. That's still, it's just called the scouting action.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. And Key, you said you were following after Marco. Would you say you're also searching, or would you say you're more like investigating?
I'd say I'd probably be investigating more than searching.
Okay.
investigating
So if you
the
find
room or
something like
me?
you get recall knowledge. What about Medora and Cora? What are you two kind of up to?
I'm feeling up the statue, and by that I mean investigating it.
Investigating or searching?
Searching.
Okay. So you also would make a blind perception check. Medora, what about you?
Medora is keeping an eye on Key and Marco, so probably defending.
Okay. So
Like,
what that's going to mean
she's
is
just keeping an eye on everything.
If initiative is rolled, you will begin with the shield spell. You can cast, assuming you have shield.
Yeah.
Then you get a free casting of it at the before initiative is rolled.
Okay. I think. Yeah, I do.
Okay. So as you guys are doing this, Marco, Key, like you're just kind of studying the drawings, the artwork. There's not much to find at the moment. And you're just sort of making your way along, just taking note of this. There it is. Cora, you
Yes,
notice that there's cool air coming from somewhere near the statue, and like after a point, you kind of get up off your knees and like, what is that? And as you investigate, you notice that there's a fine crack between the wall and the statue on its left side.
Ithri, look at this.
Hello. What?
Look. You feel that?
Do that
Cool
thing with your
air.
eye. Oh yeah, that's actually quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this probably moves, huh?
Are there any markings or like textures on the statue? Like that isn't like, is there like hieroglyphs or like raised or inset stuff? No. Okay.
No. It's just it's sculpture basically. It's detailed.
Usually these come with instructions. They have so far.
Is there? I can't read the instructions. I can just give it a shove if you want.
Can I look for like some kind of mechanism or lever associated with the statue? Or
Yeah.
really how it works, I guess.
You don't really find
mechanically.
anything to that nature, but you do find largely concealed hinges on its right side, and it occurs to you it probably just swings open. You grab the left side and you just pull.
Oh, Ithri, grab the left side and pull.
Okay, I do
I'll
that.
help you.
So by this point, I would say
I'm not waiting for anybody.
Marco and Key, you've kind of made your way almost to the statue in your progress around the wall. You're in time to kind of see as Cora and Ithri pull the statue outward.
Oh, nice. Look, I prayed and it opened.
Very interesting.
I was just kidding. We just pulled it open.
I mean, yeah, but you did pray and then we found it, so
That's true.
maybe it was the praying.
Before Medora moves, she's going to look back. Are either of the guards
No.
stood outside moving? Cool, no. In
Hey,
that
look.
case, she'll move up.
There's another one.
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah. As well, I'll give you. I will hold off on descriptions until you guys kind of enter. But
Ithri
that's my general
will
rule for this kind of
happily,
stuff.
if scouting, walk
Can
in
we just
first.
move through the
Oh.
statue now? Because I still see the statue in the
Yeah.
way. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the statue art asset isn't actually going to swing, but
Ah,
it swung
that's a shame,
outward like
but
a
yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
yeah.
Upgrades,
You
people.
find
Well, hold on.
beyond
I'm over
a
here.
30-foot square room, which appears to be accessed by 10-foot wide arched corridors in the center of the east, west, and the south where you came from. So you kind of go under this arch to go into the room. There are no writings on these walls, but the ceiling is still flat and about 20 feet high. And against the center of the north wall is another statue of Amun-Ra, 20 feet tall, also formed of a different stone than that of the walls.
Same stone as before?
As the other statue, yes.
Did we figure out what stone that was?
Coming up there, I would say Ithri, you could probably tell it was just a different color of granite.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Nothing too special, just noticeably different.
It's actually it's quite impressive because they'd have had to have moved it from a distance away, but it's nothing. It's not like precious or. It
Well,
might have been at the time.
Before I head into the room, I want to make sure that there's nothing like attached to this so that it'll swing shut at some moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You
Like
don't see any signs of
mechanically-
like a spring lock or whatever.
That it'll shut when. Okay.
Maybe we should shut it behind us anyway.
Airlock.
Why?
There's no latch at all. It literally is just like a sliding statue.
Because then people won't know we're in here.
But we walked by the.
I mean, I guess
know
they can. They're probably in sight of it. So
I'll get out the way. You guys make a decision.
Can I check for traps, especially the statue?
So you have to be searching to do that, or you have to have the trap finder ability.
I
Actually,
do
wait,
have that.
you're always auto checking for traps.
Okay, so that's just
So you don't have to
back in
search.
Okay.
Your blind perception check just applies. Oh, but you already are searching anyway.
Yeah.
So if you want, you could investigate.
Okay.
Now here's the downside.
I have to walk there.
You won't. No, you don't. You won't find secret doors. You can only find secret doors by searching, or hazards, or like haunts. But you automatically have a chance to detect traps, even when you're not searching. If you are searching, then you're just generally keeping a lookout for whatever you can find.
I'm familiar with this
Okay.
feat.
Does that make sense? So are you still searching?
Sure.
Okay. Then I'm just keeping the blind perception checks that both of you rolled for while you are searching. To take note. And I will let you know if you come within 10 feet of a trap that you've noticed. But
Okay.
at present, you aren't seeing any signs of a trap.
Maybe we should pray again.
It worked
so?
last time.
I'm gonna go pray.
I'll be there in a second.
Imposing and dark up here, though.
Is it?
As you move further and further from the moonlight.
I
outside.
presume the ceiling's the same height in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And those of you with dark vision can see a little further down those corridors and what may lie down there. Are you leaving the statue open then?
I did. I didn't shut it.
I don't want to get trapped in here. Let's just leave it open.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you guys see that over there?
As you approach, Marco, almost effortlessly, you notice that there is a crack and hinges on this statue as well.
Okay, so I noticed what was noticed in the other room without my aid at all. I just, obviously.
You saw them spot it and you're like, there it is. Sure, like you kind of confirm, yep. It's again.
All right, looks like this one works just the same.
Well, should we check out these other corridors before we go that way?
I mean, praying really does work.
I did. I've been doing it a long time.
I mean,
Of course, it was, a false god and he was a liar, but, it's the thought that counts.
Is there any writing in this room?
None, not even decorative.
So are we going to go all together and explore a corridor at a time, or are we going to Scooby-Doo this thing and split up gang?
I don't know what a Scooby-Doo is, but I don't like the sound of it.
It sounds like ice cream.
Yeah. Is there like a Scooby-Doo and a Scooby-Don't?
I don't even know how to respond to not knowing what Scooby-Doo is. I'm lost on this one.
Ashley does, Ithri doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Strange. You have weird words.
Well, I think we should go.
Do we want
I
to group
think we
up or
should.
split up?
No, wait.
No.
You want to split up?
I don't think we should split up.
I mean, I could check this corridor real quick. And when I say real quick, I mean real quick. Or we could stick together.
Okay, race ya. And I do that thing that an older brother would do where you go, ha! And don't actually go anywhere.
Oh, I go.
Yeah.
Okay. Cora, you rush down the corridor.
Oh, Jesus! Water!
Sort
I
of
hear it!
getting to a stop in an archway. The 10-foot corridor opens onto a vertical shaft. It's about 30 feet in diameter. You can see that the walls are wet and slimy and drop down into darkness, but rise only 30 feet to the top of a domed ceiling. The air is humid here, and there is a thunderous sound of cascading water filling the chamber. Water sound effects now included.
Key, I found your water.
Finally.
Do you think it's drinkable?
Down there.
Why would you randomly drink this?
Can I get a grasp of how deep it is?
Further than you can see, even with your halo.
Did you say it was 30 foot to the water? So we're 30 foot above?
No, 30 foot to the ceiling, to the top of the dome.
So how far down is the water from where we're stood?
Further than you can see.
Oh.
Think.
Oh,
Now,
water's down there.
The top of the water is further than we can see.
Yes.
I mean,
Wow.
Now, Cora, you can see the water draining in the north wall there. And you can see it's like a little 10-foot diameter opening, completely filled with thundering torrent of water that's just draining into the darkness.
Is this water warm?
I mean,
like,
it's you can't feel it.
Is there steam coming off of it?
No.
Does the water look like it comes from the direction of further in to the pyramid, and assuming it's going fast, so downhill? Like it. This looks like an exit route, possibly a very fast exit route from somewhere we don't.
Maybe a trap. Spit you out this way.
I think it's actually more likely how they stopped the river.
Oh.
just sent it underground, right?
Let's put it through this way.
I don't know. I saw a play once where like they triggered a trap and then the wall like collapsed and water came flooding in.
Oh. That sounds stressful. Well, I don't want to jump in there, so let's go have a look at the other side. Unless one of you does want to jump in.
No,
I kind of do, but
I will note there is no sign of like a ladder or a way back up. So you guys cross to the other side. There is a little intersection you find, as well as a 10-foot wide arched corridor opening into a vertical circular shaft 30 feet in.
This looks like the same thing.
There's a difference, though.
With no drain? Oh.
There's no water draining into this one. Still can't see the bottom, but you can hear it down there.
Careful, Marco.
What's in this little T section? Is that a wall or?
Yeah, it's just simple, different colored granite.
Different color granite?
Yeah,
anything
like the same color as the statues.
Oh, is there any air drafts going through this or buttons to push or anything?
It feels like there's a little bit of dry air coming from down there.
Dry air.
Does it look like the other side of a statue?
Oh,
you tell me.
Can I push
Does
a
it
pull?
do? Is Amun Ra's butt right there?
That looks like the other side of a statue.
You start pushing on it, and it actually easily slides open.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
So this is.
And on the other side, you see a 30-foot square room with a 20-foot ceiling. Stop me when you've heard that one before. But in the center, there was, the statue of the pharaoh you've come to know as Amun-Ra. Interestingly, the walls in here are covered in inscriptions in an ancient alphabet. And when I say covered, I mean there's like a lot of them.
Hey, you wanted your instructions?
Too much. Too many instructions.
Can I, from where I am?
No.
I have to go in.
I'm stepping
okay.
I want to see
Pieces are so cute. Can I get the details, please, without going into the?
Can I just stick my head in? And no, it's fine. Marco's
can I just
volunteered.
not go in?
Can I have the rewards and not the difficulty?
Marco's volunteered.
I totally stepped in too.
I cannot read any of this.
Look at that cute. That one's a cat. You see the cat?
I cast message on Cora. I'm not telling Marco how much we know yet. I don't trust him entirely. Maybe we need to know.
Can I respond to message? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yep, as long as you can see her.
Okay.
Why are you looking at each other like that?
Like what?
I
Start
don't know.
Sweating.
You just.
Junko would have loved this.
Sweats in guilty.
We miss her. And I'll just reach over, hold Cora's hand.
Who is Junko? And what happened to them?
She's saving the world.
She's saving the world. She's a friend who
she'll be back.
Was good
at
exploration stuff.
So can you read any of this?
No, I can't.
Right. So there are.
Would I be able to?
6. There are effectively 6 different inscriptions in here. So it will take you 10 minutes per inscription to copy it down. Do you guys want to spend an hour in here? Is that okay?
I have a different idea. I'm going to cast tongues.
Does that give you like a lot of tongues?
Lick all the inscriptions.
I lick the walls.
Here's the thing.
A spell I had in a previous life.
As you look at these, you can get a general vibe of what they say, but it is not a word for word copy as much as it is like a thematic translation. That is to say, this cannot be used to assist in the translation of the puzzle, but it will give you the general gist of what each inscription says.
Okay.
Fair?
From a player point of view, can I not hear that? Because I'm enjoying. Sorry, as a player point.
As in, you want to translate it as a player.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Without that.
Yes.
Is there any way that you can convey that thematic message just to Blaze?
Not without spending a long time rewriting this to make sure it's not word for word.
Okay, can I suggest a different option then? How about using tongues just gets us the stuff without the time? So we don't spend an hour in here taking stuff. So we still work it out as players, but the characters
Blaze
get
can
the
copy
info.
it down. Key can copy it down quickly, but we
Everyone A-okay with that?
That's
Is that
fine by
okay
me.
with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm good with that.
Funnily enough, I looked at that spell and was like, I could, and then I was like, I don't think I
want
it as a player. I've had that before, and I don't want it now because I like the puzzle.
So here's the first one.
It was the something
It was said.
sorry, yeah.
It was said throughout
The land
that from that time.
Fook.
Here's the second one.
But we're not done with this one yet.
I'll be honest,
we can pop them out. It's fine.
The first two words of that second line look like Fook poos.
Fourth.
They do.
Such children.
Here's the third one.
Those who
They're getting smaller.
They are. What the hell?
And more blurry.
Entered the tomb.
The Pepsi.
Wait. Yeah. Wait.
Either
Either
some.
Oh yeah, it's C to H. Okay.
Okay.
Either came forth saying that its riches.
Here's the fourth one.
Were.
Oh no.
Quit putting these in my way.
Nope. I got to get my joy somehow.
Get out of. Oh, that's a long one. Okay.
Okay, so Medora's just gonna defend for the rest of this while Miv sits and reads.
I mean,
here's the fifth one.
There's 5. I thought there was 4. Fuck.
Six.
Oh, there's 6.
It's not even 5.
Core accounting is not your strong suit, is it?
It's not. Oh, it's so.
Like I
long.
said, the walls are covered in this stuff.
Okay.
God, what was this? Your journal? Shut up.
And here's number 6.
Right.
Jesus.
Where is my thing?
And here I'll put these in chat as well. So if you want, you can add them to your notes.
Excellent.
Amazing. I'm not talking to any of you for an hour.
Not even me?
Just you. It was said throughout the land that from that time forth, those who entered the tomb either came forth saying that its riches were something already plundered, or else they never returned at all. There you go.
I think that's the gist of that one.
It was said throughout the land that from that time forth, those who entered the tomb either came forth saying that its riches were already plundered, or else they never returned at all.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
One instruction. Okay. Somebody tell me which one we're looking at next.
I've got 8D open, yeah.
8D.
8D. So the one that looks like it starts that.
Yes,
that dude did.
That dude did.
That
dude did on the river.
That dude did the river. The river dry.
That day did the river dry, and the
Can you show me your journal again, like you did before,
Yeah, of course.
so I can have that for reference?
Here, if this will help you guys, I can move you over here where I've added them to the map.
No, I already have them all up. Jerk.
Let me show you.
We did the river dry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Let me know if you need it again.
Yeah,
that day did the river dry and the rains disappear. The
Arid,
probably
maybe. Arid
the
sun
arid sun
burned
into the land and everything.
without no
With
withered.
withered.
withered from its gaze.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks gaze.
It's not even Pride Month anymore.
What's Pride Month?
You wouldn't understand. It's a desert thing.
The people
Isn't it
dried
that?
up and so blurry.
I know. Why is this fucking blurry?
Honestly,
Fucking time.
the script on these guys.
Dried up and
Blurred. Blur.
Ugh.
lie.
Blimey.
Cool,
I see.
blimey.
Ooh woo.
Ashley, do you want to move observer so that these inscriptions are centered
Sure.
in case anyone wants to follow along?
This gonna be one of those
These are
temples
the
where
ones
it
on the
turns out
left,
the
right?
water was the treasure. Or what?
Maybe the water was the friends we found along the way.
If Marco interrupts, it's like shh.
Does Marco seem to understand any of this?
Nope.
Okay.
So it's
Marco is squinting his eyes like,
I'm not sure what's after and, but then it's the grass that withered. Britta? It's the grass that withered something time set
beneath.
Might not be set actually.
It's not time, it's TH.
Is
I
it?
can't make
Them.
that fucking out. It's so.
No, you're right, it is. So
That withered beneath their feet.
hmm
None of these look super blurry. Which one are you on? Is that 8?
80,
E?
yeah.
AE.
Okay, that's the only one that's kind of blurry. I'll give you that.
Where is my journal gone?
So the people. Is that dried?
All now that remain is
Oh,
I,
Yeah, is that I?
yeah.
By
who
By-
tend his temple in the hopes that
hopes.
Some
come
ball.
come
No.
where is the that comes soul that no, that's wrong. It's of no, it would be some soul might
Bind.
turn that terrible wrath of Amun-Ra.
They say there, can I check if there are tracks on the floor of anybody walking around here?
Yeah.
Here?
From what you can see, there are tracks here. Actually, there's a decent amount of foot traffic, it looks like.
I also sell trinkets to the tradesmen by some
Uwu.
Yeah.
Does it look like they're walking around the walls or like they know where they're going?
No, they look
it's
very
not, so it's-
confused. A
Al-
lot
although-
walking along the walls.
although lately sales have been Low.
No.
Nice. There's a weird tradesman in it somewhere. G.
Yeah,
It's Marco.
that's a long one.
The building of the
Can we check
pyramid.
how old these
You
inscriptions
thought
are?
he was a thief. Turns out he's just a traveling salesperson.
When he just opened up his coat, he's just like,
Was-
"You want to buy some rubies?"
The building of the pyramid was a so colossal feat.
Oh damn. Especially.
Especially, yeah.
In the bad
Uh.
lines.
Times.
Could it would make sense. The
fold piece, the gold piece, had been lowered in
Value?
thank you.
yeah.
So
Sounds like inflation. Eh?
so many times the gold piece had been lowered in value so many times that the people began to wonder if there was any
Fashion.
that's CH. Where did I put that before?
Fashion. Chosen? No.
Chance.
That's an R at the end, not an N. Okay, cracking. Where is my KH? It's just a ch.
So Askell
Is
sat there
your-
shaking his head.
After that
Fissure.
is
So 8G
after that
is
is
one
in
of
the
the funny
gold
ones. I love
Future.
this. This is cracking me up.
future in the gold piece at all.
Yeah.
It's just an economics description.
I freaking love
The
it.
fuck?
Complaining about the
"Oh,
inflation of the gold piece.
The
I'm
trade
not earning as
business.
much money
That's
as I
how
used
gold
to."
works.
Ooh woo.
The trade business did a Yui. The trade business did.
Arrow.
Where is that? Val. Off
At
of
first.
After the first
After the first.
after the
4
yeah layers.
Layers.
Confused.
You sure that's layers? Because we saw that in
I think it is
8G.
layers because I think that.
Okay, so we translated that as times in the previous one.
Yeah,
It's
bad
not a
layers.
T.
Bad layers.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the bad layers.
Okay.
Is it bad layers?
Oh, the
If
other
it
one,
doesn't
the
make
building
sense,
of the
odds
pyramid
are
was
it's
a colossal.
mistranslated.
Yeah.
Across
the
this
building
entire
of-
adventure.
The building of the pyramid was a colossal feat, especially in the bad layers.
In the.
Yeah, I agree.
All I'm saying, Askell, is it's not that we're wrong; it's that the adventure is wrong.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining
That-
Kyrak just like stroking the walls, going, "Oh, these layers, oh, they weren't done properly,
Hey,
were they?"
there was a
Is bad
freezer
def-
in that other temple.
Is
I know we're in
bad
the desert, but what cowboys you
definitely
had in here, sunshine?
is bad definitely bad? Could it be levels instead of layers?
No, it's definitely an R at the
Now
end, and
here I
I'm
am
fairly certain that's
holding-
bad.
Okay.
But it
Now
definitely
here I'm
begins with B and
holding
ends in D.
12 cases of pyramid
I'm holding 12 cases.
stashes.
Oh, okay.
Pyramid stashes?
What am I
Oh my
doing with all
god,
these
they're selling
pyramids?
moustaches shaped like the pyramid.
I want one.
Marco, you'll be great. All for the days
Days.
when a priest could earn
At least gold piece. No, that's not at, is it?
His first gold piece. No.
no.
You know, I get the feeling if they add weird inscriptions like this in a room, maybe it's just to distract adventurers. And it works.
Are you bored?
Been working brilliantly.
based on what they're reading, are you starting to get the impression that this is not important?
Yes.
Hey, it
Some
doesn't
priest
matter.
bitching about the economy.
It's important to
Look,
us.
we will get back to town and we will be able to haggle so much better because of this
That's true.
information.
+1 to haggling.
Do you know about the gold piece, man?
So I'm fairly certain last
Gone
time
down
I
in
spat on
value.
someone's wares and told them their mother was ugly.
Well, keep in mind
Okay.
too, this was written like 1,000 years ago.
Did you realize that pyramids were made out of bad layers?
Mm, fun fact.
Mr. Marco,
What?
you said that the adventure was inside this and we'd need wit and courage. Have you heard of this gold piece?
Well, yeah, sure, I carry gold pieces myself, but I'm here to get more of them.
You're here to get more of them.
Sure.
Are you the trader?
The trader? No, I'm not a
You don't
trader.
look a day over 40.
Wow, rude.
I mean, in this world, you've got
That
elves that
gets
live
Cora
hundreds of
thinking.
years.
If I had written all this, do you think I would have went back to go through the back of the statue and then get distracted in this room?
I mean, you could have been trying to lose us.
But I've been standing here the entire time listening to what you're saying.
So
Poor soul.
Ithri wasn't. Ithri would have taken 2 ropes, tied them together, and dangled them down the wells to see if the water is within 50 or 100 feet.
It is not.
Okay, that information is provided.
Mr. Marco,
Yes.
how do you shave your mustache?
I do not. It just comes out of my nostrils. It's part of my heritage, basically.
It just stays like that all the time?
No, sometimes when I feel pretty cool, it goes full handlebar. You should see me.
I look forward to seeing that.
I want to see that.
Does
Can I
it ever
perform
join up with
anything
your-
that would give me panache?
Does
Like
it
a
ever join
striker
up with
cool
your
pose or
eyebrows?
something?
I mean,
No.
you know what you get panache from. I think it has to be against an enemy though.
Oh, do you want me to become your enemy?
I have been rolling for random encounters for the record.
Oh shit.
There's a very, very, very small opening over here.
That's
That goes
probably
back
the
to where
way
we
we
came.
should have come in, though.
That's- Oh, that. Okay, I thought you
This
meant the
over
little
here?
thing I missed in the dynamic lighting.
Can you fit
Wait.
through there?
Asking
Can I
this
fit
something.
through
That's
there?
the. It's 4 feet. Yes,
That
that's the
looks
one that
like
I
it
said is
goes-
just over a meter.
Looks like it goes to
Ah.
the front.
I'm just going to have a little wander down here. Don't
Okay.
mind me.
I mean,
Okay, be careful.
I think I might be going to look at that statue in the other room.
It's tight for the record.
What?
It is tight.
Oh, she's coming with you.
Oh, yeah, no.
When you
just leave back to the other room.
translating?
wait, I can't see in the
Economic
dark,
report?
and I grab your
But I
hand.
can.
It's free.
Oh
It's
no! Okay.
It's free. It's
Hello.
free. It's free. They're
Right.
going off alone.
Oh, no.
They should.
We're Scooby Dooing.
Yeah, I don't like
Okay,
this Scooby Doo
We'll stand,
plan.
sti- we'll
Over
stand
this
still
way,
a minute.
mademoiselle. Be
We
we
careful
should stop
now.
Medora before
Oh.
she does something she regrets.
Like
No, I
what?
try and push this statue.
They just
It-
met in
it-
3.
it
We
does
shouldn't
not
let
push.
them do that.
I try and pull it then.
What?
It
I
pulls.
mean,
Open.
I don't want them to go too far into the dungeon on their own, but I'm sure they'll be
I
fine.
I mean, there's
I'm-
that too.
So I'm just going to shout back to the others that it just leads back to the entrance and then shimmy my way back.
But you,
Um,
you gotta get married.
Well, you don't have to
As
shimmy.
you
It's
get too
4
crazy
feet
about
wide.
that
It's
kind of
over.
stuff.
It's just over a meter.
As
I like my
Marco
personal
starts
space.
stepping forward, I'm just going to
Oh, sorry.
not see in the dark and basically throw myself into him to be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, clumsy me.
Wait.
We should probably
Oh,
wait for
you're-
the others because I can't see."
Oh, I was gonna ask if I could dodge her.
I'm already holding your hand, buddy.
Okay.
I would
But
say.
we
Sure,
gotta,
sure,
we gotta go
sure.
get him.
Okay.
So, do
Okay.
neither of you two know the other can? Oh.
Oh, Marco
What?
just told me that he can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just
mentioned
mentioned
it. Okay.
Oh,
So for
what
the
is
other
being
three of you-
Cora,
played
bring the
here?
Medora, where'd you go?
Cora, it's really dark in
You
here.
find them standing in an opening with a pushed open statue.
Holding
On top
hands.
of each other.
Do we still find Medora in not Junko, Marco's arms?
Awkward.
Probably. I mean,
Freudian slip.
Because if we do, I just start like nudging Cora on the shoulders, like
I don't think I would have stood up because Yeah.
So yes, then.
I think probably yes. Like, oh, that's what the noise was. I wondered what you were doing.
Medora, come here. We need to have a talk. Grab Medora's hand. Come here.
Ah, I am freed.
Come here, Medora. Come here.
Okay.
I want to check this corridor very carefully for
All right, well,
traps.
Hold on, let's do one at a time.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
are still searching, so I still have your roll from earlier.
Okay, but was that a good one?
You don't know. I better hope so.
I would like to
That one,
reroll.
You'll
you've
find
just
out
moved
when-
really
I
well.
bet you would. Too bad.
You'll find out when your foot gets caught in a trap.
Medora,
Caught in a trap.
look, I know his mustache is really cool, but I think you should think about what you're doing here, okay? You just met him. You don't know. Mr. Marco might be, I don't know, just using you for pyramid schemes.
How tall is Cora?
5'3".
Okay. I'm all of 4 inches taller than you, and like, I have just
I'm
properly.
looking up like,
I'm just like looking at you, like my. I don't know how angry eyes, how much you'd notice.
what would Junko say?
Junko would tell me not to trust a stranger that looks like he's here to try and steal the stuff we're after. And by the way, if he manages
Exactly.
to steal it, he's gonna frickin' trigger everybody to come after all of us because apparently we all know the manager together.
Okay, so why are you smooching?
Cora, do you even know what a smooch is?
Yeah, it's where you
Okay.
smooching.
That there was no this.
You sure? Because you
Can
guys
you-
keep holding hands and
Cora, if you have a small child trying to run off, what do you do?
Let them.
I leave them home with the babysitter.
Unfortunately, our options has passed. We don't have a babysitter, and he's already here. What do you do?
Keep them tied up.
I
Tie them
don't-
up.
I don't think we should do that. It doesn't seem very nice. Also, I don't want to be responsible for leaving them tied up in a corner and them either escaping or B, getting eaten.
Well, no, you'd put them on your back.
Do you want to
Is
carry
Mark-
him
Can I
through?
hear this?
Is Mr. Marco
I
the
feel
child
like-
in this case?
I
Just
didn't
going
want to
off on their
interrupt,
own.
but yeah.
You can see the two just whispering back and forth at each other in that archway to the
Hmm.
Hey,
south.
look, Key said you two were like probably together, so I just don't want you to make any choices you'll regret.
Thanks.
Ithri
And I
would have
just
been.
give her a hug.
I'm assuming tongues wouldn't allow me to lip read, would it?
Oh,
No.
so okay.
There is
Just
That's not
specifically
what I'm
a
going.
skill feat for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I just love the idea of Kyrick just standing outside being like,
If there's an interruption, Midori's just gonna whirl around and yell at somebody. So
So at this point, let's cut over to Ithri and Marco. You two were going to take a little look ahead, yes?
We.
I'd have been guiding Marco away from the secret conversation that sounded silly.
The corridor is arched and 10 feet wide. And it seems to, this is something that I would say Ithri really picks up on first, but it becomes obvious the further you go. It leads downward at a growing moderate angle. A musty smell pervades the area, and dust covers the floor.
Less tracks on the floor then?
No tracks on the floor.
No tracks. Hmm.
We're going downhill.
Don't
I
talk
don't know.
like
Good or
that, Ithri.
bad?
I don't know. It depends. Depends if we're trying to get to the top or if there's like a secret basement.
Can I go ahead and move my character forward then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all this way?
Are you going all the way to the end?
Well, I was
'Cause
gonna go
it goes about 70
carefully.
feet.
Yeah.
Kyrex noticed they're leaving and goes to join them.
At the end of this
Oh.
70-foot corridor, it enters the south side of a larger chamber, which is about 30 feet wide east to west and 40 feet north to south. Against the far north wall, you can see 3 different statues of Amun-Ra, and against each of the side walls are 2 more statues of Amun-Ra. All of them are cut from that gray granite instead of the sandstone that makes up the rest of this place. In the center of the room, you see an altar. There are impressions in the altar of a left and right hand carved side by side into the front of the altar. On the ceiling and on the remaining walls, you can see the name Amun-Ra carved over and over again in every different language you can think of: Dwarvish, Elvish, Elemen, Jedian, Common, the ancient hieroglyphs, some languages you don't recognize, Draconic, Goblin, etc.
Damn.
I can read them all.
Amun-Ra, 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 Amun-Ra. That's what you see ahead.
So many potential doors.
With just an interesting point, with tongues, do you know that it's a different language, or do you just read it as if you knew it?
You would know it's a different
Ooh.
language.
Okay.
You would not know what the different language is.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
that it's being magically translated for you.
Oh, right. Okay. So you don't just see like Amun-Ra in common all over the place going, what the hell?
I mean,
Subtitles.
you kind of do. It's just most of them are shimmery.
Okay.
All
Subtitles.
slightly different handwriting.
Do I notice any like spelling or grammatical differences between any of them?
Nope.
All the same. Cool.
All the
Hey,
same.
do you guys think these are all doors?
Only one way to find out.
Open all of them.
Do you want do you want to go first, or
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go and check if it's safe.
I will follow in Marco's
What is
exact
what is
footsteps.
this? This is an altar, right?
Mm-hmm. With
Yeah,
the
wait,
two
did you say
handprints.
there's like handprints, one on either side?
Yes, but on the front, not
the
on the
front.
back.
Oh, okay.
I would like to check if there's like a mechanism, if there's anything under it, in it, like.
You're not finding anything on the altar, but you are finding that not all of these statues bear secret passages. In fact, as far as you can tell, only the eastern, the south and easternmost statue, that is to say, this one.
I
But you
reckon
also
there's only
discern
one
that it
door
appears
after all.
this one appears to have a latch.
Which one?
The one that
The-
is a
yeah.
secret door.
So no,
The one that is the door. A latch as
Yeah.
in
It's
a trap?
locked.
Oh. It's secret and then locked as well. Double security.
So this looks like it might. I think we shouldn't touch anything more until those two catch up, because it looks like you'll have to do something to unlock the thing, and that looks like you need
Me?
to push your hands in there. Not
Actually-
you specifically, you, the royal you.
Oh.
I'm sorry, the central northern one is also a secret door, but that
Ah.
one is not latched.
Yeah.
That's just a regular.
Ah.
That's, and mind you, this is like over the course of like taking a few minutes to like look at all these.
Yeah.
Like this is your search action effectively.
A
Now
few
about this
minutes-
time, Medora and Cora, you're kind of caught up to present time now.
Can I lockpick a statue?
Well, hold on, we've gone.
Sorry.
Cora.
Don't just move. You gotta narrate if you're moving.
Oh, I start dragging Cora down there, and I'm just gonna be like, right.
So you're not
Before we get back
interested
there.
in Marco, like for real? That's
No, I think he's
Okay.
lying. I think he's like old me. You remember in the temple where I went off on my own and like took some jewels and nearly died, and it was
yeah.
very traumatic. The thing
Yes.
with this is I think that if he takes some jewels, we all end up nearly dying. And I'm not
Okay.
quite sure if he is after for the same reason as us and has been told to save the world. And I might be wrong, and maybe I'm just being a horrible person right now. Like a really horrible person. He could literally just be an architect. But he thinks this pile of rocks needs courage.
I think you mean archaeologist.
No, he said architect. He told me I
Wait,
knew what a
he's
door
an
was,
architect?
apparently. So he
That
should know
means
all
he-
about the rocks, right?
He makes no, that's an archaeologist. An architect builds things.
Yeah,
Maybe he built that. No, wait.
but he said this, and I
Maybe-
asked him about the architecture of the pyramid, and he was like, "Hey, it needs wit and courage and adventures," and
Okay.
I don't trust him.
Well, okay. So if he starts doing something shady, then, and you know that you yell a code word, and I'll come and I'll stun him, stop
Okay.
him in his tracks.
Code word: fish.
But I say that so much.
Yeah.
That's why I'm choosing it. He's always suspicious. How about
Okay.
we take turns so that you don't worry about the crap the key just told you, and then we take turns keeping an eye on him, and it looks less suspicious than me just basically anchoring him to the floor.
Oh, okay.
Also, I haven't told him I can see in the dark, but I can see in the dark now.
Oh, when did that? Cool.
Oh, hi guys.
When did...
Okay, we should
Hey.
go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've heard like their voices down the passage. You couldn't make them out, but like
Whispering.
the reverberations of their voices have been echoing up this very acoustically echoey tunnel. By
Oh,
this
look at
point,
this
you've
room.
reached the well lit bottom.
Yeah, Ithri would have been like, "Hi guys," as soon as he could make out what you were saying, so you didn't say stuff that could be made out.
Cora's gonna go right up to Marco and stand next to him.
Staring
So-
at him, I presume.
So Marco found that
Yeah.
there's like a latch on a statue that's a door, and then a statue that's not a door, and then there's this thing that's got handprints in it. Is there anything on
which-
top of the altar?
No. Dust.
Which
dust.
statues? Three? Could you?
Top right. This one.
This one?
This one is the openable without a lock, and this
No.
one is no.
No, this is open.
The middle one, yeah.
Sorry, this one is the openable without a lock. This one is locked.
So should
Okay.
we check the locked one first?
How it's
I
locked?
can't. It's locked.
We unlock it.
So
I
think,
love the simplicity.
Yeah, I think so. There's like handprints here. Are the handprints like actual handprint sized, or are they just? And how realistic do they look? Does it look like someone put their hands in as
It's
like,
like if,
a marble?
if somebody
Stop,
made like
don't touch.
handprints in wet cement.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
How do you know it's locked?
I mean, I
Look,
checked.
I'm gonna
I
go
checked it.
yank on it.
Hmm.
What if it's a push door, not a pull door?
Go
Did you
push
try
on it.
both?
It doesn't
I did.
move.
Okay.
Could I cast Detect Magic?
Yes. I also want you to know, by the way, that is another exploration action you can do where
Ooh.
basically you're just doing nothing but constantly checking for magic, and you get an immediate ping if you detect any magic.
That might be useful. What were you doing before?
in
you know
this
what?
case-
I was investigating before. I might actually switch over to that.
Sure. Okay, you can start doing that. You detect magic. Oh, right. You've got it upgraded, don't you?
Is it in the handprint?
Is it a third or a fourth level? It's a fourth level spell, right?
Is it one of my favored?
Yeah, cantrip 5. I see it. It's a fourth.
Okay.
The source of the highest level magic is the locked statue.
Hmm. Does that mean it's magically locked, or?
Well, you
Yeah,
don't
what
know
does that
means.
mean?
You do
kind of-
learn the school of magic of that, though. Let me double check. I believe I know the answer, but I just want to confirm. Abjuration.
Uh-oh.
I just got
I'm
really
just
sad.
gonna stroke the statue a bit and tell the group aloud that it's probably shielded. Well, there's magic coming from it at the very least.
Yeah, it's magically locked, I imagine. I
Mm.
used to have a hammer that could like undo magic stuff, but that's gone now, which is sad. That would have been really useful here.
Should we try the way of least resistance first, then?
I guess so.
Maybe there's instructions on economics in the next room.
Can you detect
Wait.
magical traps, Monsieur Marco?
Can I?
If you see them and your secret perception check is high enough, yes.
Potentially, it
magic
depends
spell?
on the make of the trap.
Detect magic will also ping a magic trap, potentially. Though it won't tell you where it is, just that there is one.
But this didn't ping as a magic.
It pinged as there's magic
That
there.
one did. The
Is
other
it a
door
trap
didn't.
or not? No, you don't know. You just know that something about it is abjuration magic.
Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
Let me try, see if I can open this one then.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Push and pull at the same time.
I don't think we'll get very far like
no,
that.
that sounds like a bad.
As they do that, I step up next to key.
Okay. We'll come back there in a moment. So you guys, what are you pushing or pulling?
No, we try one first and then the other one. Huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, it's a pull door. Pulling together, it slides open, and as it does, a rotting, desiccated corpse falls out that
Yeah.
had been leaning against the door in such a way that like the head is like facing upward, the jaw hanging open in a silent, macabre scream.
Does a snake come out of it?
No,
Okay.
it's just lying there, and like there's this dust that billows out into the like a cloud of whatever's been sealed in there.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Poor guy.
Marco, something you see in that little, I don't want to call it a closet, but in that dead end is what looks like a gas nozzle.
Ah, don't go in there. I can
Why?
see. Like, there's a mechanism hidden in there. Might spout gas at us. Maybe let's lock this door back up.
You also can see that the door has a spring lock on it. Based on what you're seeing, it's probably based on its tensile strength. It probably will snap shut in about a minute.
Oh, okay. It will close itself up. That's what this poor guy ran into, I guess. Gas of some sort.
Has he got anything useful on him?
You see just like tattered rags.
That's what I figured.
Oh, can I do a fashion check on his leftover clothing to see where he's from?
Yes, you can actually. If you have that recall now, that lore skill, this would be a blind roll. But go
That's
ahead.
oddly specific.
What? You never thought about taking fashion lore?
No, I did not.
I'm
Kind
on
of
the
upset
list,
I didn't
and
notice
I
it
know
was a
who
thing.
dressed you.
Can't commit to
Best
this
you can
period, not
tell
on
is
those shoes.
it's pretty basic desert garb. It doesn't tell you much,
From
unfortunately.
what time period? Like long ago? Or?
No, probably in the last 20 years.
Ah. This one is pretty recent.
I don't think
Didn't
it's
get
been.
very far.
Doesn't look that recent.
Well, it's very dry air in here, you know. Dries out the body. Or maybe the gas had something to do with that. Let's not get into details. It's
yeah.
gross.
No, I want to get into the details. Can I do a medicine check on this body?
Yeah.
Don't
if you don't
touch
mind taking
him.
like 10 minutes
Ugh.
to study it.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a healer. Maybe she can help him.
Think
I
it's too
don't
late
think
for
I can
that.
help him.
If you didn't actually think you could, he was.
Will this be a blind roll? Or
Yep.
no?
All recall knowledge is blind.
Well, it's medicine. It wasn't.
Okay, yeah, but it's medicine to recall now. The actual action you're taking is the recall knowledge.
I see.
Studying it, as far as you can tell, this poor bastard starved to death.
Oh.
Oh, it wasn't the gas that killed him. He starved to death.
Oh. Maybe there was gas
Based on
that made
damage
him...
on the hands, you can see that he was scratching at stone, it looks like,
I'll
until
leave
he
that
was
part out.
bleeding. Yeah, there's actually no physical injury whatsoever.
And no traces of like
No
gas.
acid, no.
Asphyxiation.
Well, I mean, that all rotted away
I
years
see,
ago,
okay.
unfortunately.
Can I tell the exact year? Like how long ago it was?
Yeah.
Time of death.
I would say you
Time of death.
can identify
Tuesday.
that this happened probably 6 or 7 years ago.
I think about 6 or 7 years ago. Poor guy.
We're a bit late.
You
to
do
help him
find
out.
signs, though, that the body was handled by other
After?
hands since death.
Oh, somebody else has been in there with him since.
Maybe that janitor we read about earlier.
Oh, hey, you get back over
Wait,
here.
why would someone...
Why would you put them back in there?
Why would you prop him up against the door?
That's kind of weird, huh?
Say someone moved him since death.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he didn't die in there.
I don't think he did. But why would you put someone in there?
Ambience.
He
Ambience.
Does add to the tension of the situation.
Cora,
Can I tell
So-
how
Could-
long ago he was moved, or is that not something I can figure out?
Around the same. It would have been shortly after death.
could he have died twice?
No, I don't think that's a thing.
I
Is it?
mean, I've already died once.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
Actually,
Excuse me?
with your crazy high medicine result,
yes. I do have a plus 19.
you also get the sense that he has been handled multiple times since death, potentially as recently as this past year.
He's been handled a few times, including this past year.
Do you think it's like someone comes and resets everything? Which means it's part of a setup rather than.
There's no trace of undeath about
Oh.
him, is there?
How about you try putting his
Nothing that
hands
you've
into
noticed?
those handprints?
Sure.
Can't do. No hands.
Before before we do
Nothing
that,
happens. Oh,
Ithri wants to check the altar to make sure there's no like obvious signs that it could be opened, or like there's a removable lid, or it can slide, that kind of thing.
make a blind perception roll, and this is changing your exploration action from scouting to searching.
Yeah, cool.
Check for a plug.
Also, I should probably be doing searching with my blind. Did you say?
Mhm.
I should probably be.
Wouldn't want you to know if you rolled great or you just are missing
no,
things
it's
because
all
you're shitty. You don't find signs that the altar opens, or of like you're not finding any real mechanisms about it.
Okay. There's okay. It doesn't look like anything special. Or when I say special, I mean mechanically. It might be magically special.
Is it still held together, by the way, the body, pretty well? Or is it like falling apart?
It's kind of. I mean, it's old. It's desiccated, so it's
Why
not
are
very.
people moving it around? What the fuck?
Maybe they
Or
had
it-
the same idea as me.
Or it was moving around.
I mean, if someone's gonna stick hands in a handprints,
I'm happy to do that.
I think we should stick the already dead person's hands in the handprints.
Go for it. Do you want me to do it?
I can
I'm not
help you.
touching that thing.
I'm gonna use this moment to just move away from this statue, just in case any more corpses fall on people.
For
That's fair.
clarity, the handprints are on the front when we entered.
Yes.
Cool.
Cora, I think Ithri and I are gonna
Dead guy hands. Boop.
just be careful, yeah, Cora.
Okay.
And I will help Ithri.
As you are doing this, it doesn't smell good. It sure does not smell good.
You guys are funny.
You press the hands. You guys are so weird. You press the hands against the front of the altar. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I'd like to just do it again, just in case, just to
I want
weird
to.
you out.
I have a backup plan. Then maybe it needs to be alive hands, but give me a sec. Ithri's going to go check the mentioned hinges on the statue at the north and see if it would be easy to disable the spring mechanism using his smith tools.
So
I don't want to actually do it at the moment. I just want to see if there's an obvious like, oh, I could do this. It would take 10 minutes to break or whatever.
you could probably do that with a crafting check. It would be pretty high DC because normally that's handled by the thievery skill.
Okay.
It would be very difficult with crafting unless you have like a special. There are abilities that let you substitute crafting for thievery, but I don't think you have those
Bearing in mind,
abilities.
I'm just trying to break the mechanism, not unlock it. But yeah, I could.
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
want
yeah.
me to roll a crafting and blind?
This is on the north one, you said, yes?
Yeah, so the one that had a spring-loaded door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a crafting check. And this does not need to be blind.
Okay.
It's not a secret
Ooh.
roll. You're going to know how you do.
Oh, that was so close.
28 is not quite enough.
Yeah.
You kind of end up, it's not a critical failure, which is good because that would result in you jamming it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take more time. That took 10 minutes as is.
Oh, just to check it? God, that wasn't me actually trying to disable it.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, no. You don't even need to check. You know you could do it.
Okay.
You know
it would just take
do
time. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take back that 10 minutes.
So to clarify, I didn't make this clear. Ithri also wants to know if it would be if they could be disabled from the inns. If he got locked in there, could he then disable it, or is it?
Looking at it, no.
Okay.
There's no access to the mechanism from the inside.
Cool. Yeah. That's all the information required. I'll let people know. I could break the spring mechanism on that door if we wanted a way to get in there, but without being trapped. But it would take some time.
What are you thinking, E3?
I'm thinking ways out if shit goes south.
When the statue swung back, did it like swing back with force, or did it just swing back to where it was and stay there?
With minimal, there wasn't really any force, just sort of like a spring door.
So like if you put something in the way of it, would it break the thing? Or would it?
Based on the fact that
shut?
It's not very heavy, you don't think so. I mean, you wouldn't want to use like a paper straw to hold it open or whatever, but like a metal pole or something like that.
Artistic
It
rubble
hold it easily.
or actual rubble?
Where? You mean in the corner there?
Yeah, and there's...
That's not rubble, it's dust.
So, okay.
It is that thick, though. That's how thick the dust is.
Were there any tracks on the ground since you said the corpse has been handled multiple times? Or is it like all cleaned up?
There are tracks down here.
Okay.
But only like in the middle of the room. From like here back down the hall, there's no tracks. It's just thick dust.
Is there a chance I can try to...
Now that you're looking at it, it's awful thick. Almost like somebody maybe has been dumping sacks of sand at the top of the ramp and just letting it go periodically.
What?
Who's choosing the decor of this place?
I don't think it's decor.
Is there anything under the dust, like an inscription or something?
Sweeping it away. You see no inscription. You do find a floor that is very like cracked and dry marble.
Is that the same as...
Now that you look really closely with your search, it almost looks like it was built to be cracked. Like the cracks were sculpted into it. They're a little too perfect. Like a painter trying to paint cracks on a canvas.
Really? This whole setup seems more fake with the minute.
Is this a fake temple?
To clarify, I look real from the outside. To clarify, are there actual cracks in it that have been made, or is it actually
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
They are, but it looks like they're part
intentionally
of the design.
cracked. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's supposed to look old and decrepit.
That makes me think this is going to fill with water, and that's so it can drain out.
And then they put the sand back in because the water flushes it all away.
Maybe. I don't know.
That would also explain why the corpse keeps moving.
So this is just a big toilet.
I didn't. Shall I do the hands thing? Has anyone got any other ideas?
Maybe I can try lockpick this statue. Is there a way to do that?
You could try. Yeah, that would be a thievery check. Specifically, the action you'd want to hit on your actions tab is pick a lock.
I don't have that actions tab. I don't think I did the thing you said earlier, but I don't. Or is it? Where is that?
Did you refresh?
Yeah,
on
I
your,
did.
It'll be on the actions tab of your character sheet.
Oh. Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah, I see it.
And then I have actions 4, but there's no. I don't see any pick a lock.
Have you gone down to the bottom?
Well,
Because you got
yeah,
actions,
but it doesn't
then...
go very far. Actions, reactions, free actions.
Are you in encounter, exploration, or downtime at the top?
Oh,
Encounter.
encounter.
Yeah.
It's
so,
not
Yeah.
showing up for
Oh.
encounter. This should be encounter.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm seeing
When I'm
it
opening
there.
your sheet, I don't see it though.
You might have to drag
Oh.
it out from the compendium.
You shouldn't need to.
Oh.
That's what, when I was walking you guys through the whole config settings,
Hmm.
it should have made them appear at the bottom of your
Oh.
page.
You did save the config, right?
Yeah, I did. I saved all the
You
stuff.
save changes. When you
And it's
open that
still
back
showing
up,
when I open it back up, it's still showing that I set it like that.
it says bottom. Try setting it to action cost icon, and then make sure you have both of the checkboxes checked for skill actions description and show if best in basic action macros.
So skill icon should be action cost icon and skill action description. Save changes, and then I have to refresh again, no?
Maybe. There's also hidden. You can hide the actions. So it's all a little bit complicated.
I'll try refresh.
If not, can we just find the action in the compendium and
If not,
use
then
it
yeah,
from there?
yeah. Then you can just drag the action from the compendium onto your sheet and...
Okay. Wait, it's gonna load for a while again now, I presume.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it will. In the meantime, do you have a D20 in front of you? If you want, you can just roll that, and if you know what your
I can
thievery
go
bonus is.
on, on a web thingy and just put r/d20 in Google or something.
Yeah, there's one
do all the math
in the
anyway.
chat. There's one in the chat anyway. If you go to the
He's
bottom of
reloading it.
Yeah. So,
all right, fair.
right.
Aha, while Monsieur Marco is distracted, we can tie him up and put him on Cora's back.
Oh no. Oh, but now I'm also back in the...
Why is he T-posing all of a sudden?
In that split second, you're unconscious. We put your hands in the altar.
I still don't have pick a lock on the actions.
Okay, so yeah, in the compendium, type pick a lock.
Okay. No.
And you should see it there, and you're just going to drag that onto your actions tab.
And now it froze.
What?
Mine did that when I first reloaded
I go
it. It just took some time.
/rd20 on Google, and then let's see. That should work. I think there's a plugin for that.
Okay, I've added pick a lock to your actions tab, so you can now just use that. I've added it.
But it's still frozen, so I have to wait for a few more seconds.
Yeah, it's
Technology.
note to self: do not make people refresh mid game. Sorry.
I mean, note to Askell, we're a bunch of chaos gremlins. What did you expect?
You live and learn. Or don't, in my case.
So,
Can't you just roll a d20?
Oh well, on your character sheet, you should just have the
yeah, but
thingy.
it's everything is frozen right now. I can't click anything on Foundry.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it says it's still loading. Firefox is slowed
Did
down.
it do this to you earlier?
It did this to me as well.
Okay.
Now I think it's back. Okay.
Okay, good.
Pick a lock. I see it now.
Excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and hit that.
Wait, it froze back. Wait, I'll try clicking it. I clicked it, I think. Did it work?
So when you click it, you're not just clicking the word, you want to click the two actions symbol to the left of it.
The little... Okay.
And
there you go. That's
there we
one.
go.
So now you have Thieves Tools. So in chat, you are now going to click that thievery option. Do you see that in chat?
Yes.
In the description of it? And that's
Select
how you
at least
roll.
one token before rolling. Oh, assign a
What?
default character.
Oh, you have to
Well,
select a lock. Are you kidding me? That's
Maybe just
stupid. Okay,
select
just
your
make a
own.
thievery check. That's stupid.
Okay, sorry.
That is so stupid. I
Sorry
didn't
for
know
the
you had to
hold up.
actually target a lock. Okay, in a way,
good.
it's cool.
It's
But
cool
that
if you
do
had one on
expect me to
there.
put a lock onto every freaking door?
Is that public or blind?
Public.
Public.
I mean, that's kind of cool that it can do all the Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
ooh.
Okay, so that's a critical success. You recognize very quickly, this lock is magically enchanted to be extra locked.
Oh,
Basically,
no.
there's an enchantment on it where a specific action will trigger it to unlock and swing open.
Mm.
But once you know that, I mean, thievery, lockpicks, thieves' tool, like this is sort of your whole shtick. If you want, you can even like you put a little flair into it. You like put one hand behind your back. You like make eye contact with one PC of your choice, not even looking at it while you're doing it with one hand. And the whole thing, there's just like a little puff of smoke, a pop from the lock, and then the whole statue door swings open.
Do I gain panache doing that then?
I'm going to give you panache for that.
Ooh.
Cora claps for
I
you.
am so happy with myself that you see my mustache go like full handlebar flaring out
saw
of my
it!
nostrils. Pretty cool, eh?
That
Did you,
was
like-
actually really cool, yeah.
Did you suck the magic up in your nose?
What?
No, the
this is
magic
just-
went into his nose and came out through his stash,
Oh,
right?
cool.
That was Medora.
how-
That's not who's supposed to have panache.
I get panache for you opening
No!
a door.
What?
Heck yeah.
No, you
What?
get the panache.
I have a
also
button
get
to
a
click,
fire
right?
moustache.
Medora's
Yes.
got a handlebar
Yes. So if
mustache
you
for
hit
some
the button
reason.
for it. Actually,
Medora,
yeah,
that looks
let's
so
teach you how to
nice
do
on
that. Go
you.
ahead and click the button.
I did already.
There it is.
Oh.
So
Ah, did it
now
work?
you will grab the effect panache
Yeah.
in chat and drag that onto your token.
Ah.
And that will automatically apply all of your panache
Ah.
effects to you.
Are you gonna light the way for me?
Me?
How
Am I
long does
lighting
that
in any way? I
last?
don't
No,
think.
no, there's not. It doesn't give any light. It's like a venting. It's like a flame vent.
I think it's stacked now. I have two of them.
Oh,
I mean, it was
what?
critical
No,
panache.
you only need to
each
do it
side.
once. There we go. You only need to do it once. All right. Cool.
Critical panache.
All right. So you can see that the corridor is 10 feet wide and continues onward.
Is
And
this one?
incidentally, Key, now since you are taking the detect magic action,
Ooh.
you no longer detect magic from the statue, but you do detect magic from the altar.
Mm.
Magic on that altar, guys.
Okay.
Wait,
Divination.
Why?
Divination magic on
How?
that altar, guys.
God magic.
What does that mean?
God.
Means it
wasn't-
divines, don't it?
That wasn't there before, right?
Well,
No, it would have been because I only detect the strongest magic.
So one
Well, it could
option,
have
by
been.
the way, just so for future reference, you can willfully exclude a magic aura that you know about.
Oh,
So in the future, like you could use that to slowly one by one narrow down if there's more.
Nice.
Now you tell him.
Well, yeah, now that it's no longer necessary.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He's learned.
it takes me 1 minute to cast Read Aura, but if I target the altar and all of the remaining statues,
Mm-hmm.
may I?
It's up to your party if they want to wait for you.
How long is that?
1
1
minute.
minute.
No, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I can wait a minute.
Okay.
We've been in this room for about 2 hours now.
Yeah, not well. You begin to focus on each of these, and it's like your eyes are running through different lenses, like just shifting colors. You see that the only magic auras in here at this point are on the altar and on the statue that just opened, which you find a dormant magic aura. Almost like it's slowly regrowing itself.
Yeah.
You learn that the spell on the altar is divination.
Yep.
Oh.
I believe that's it.
I bet
That's
you
it.
have to pray to the names. But we're through anyway.
Are you pointing at the Amun-Ra, Amun-Ra,
Yeah,
Amun-Ra,
yeah.
Amun-Ra
Yeah.
in like every language known to man?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Let's go.
Is the ground here clean as it's been flushed by water, or is this just dusty as hell?
No, it's still dusty.
Are there tracks of people walking through?
Yeah.
What kind? How many?
Hard to pick out. More than a handful.
If
Yeah.
Coming,
this
going.
if this was washed away by water, there should be
Humanoid.
traces on the ground.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong.
If I look on the ground, can I tell like where water may have washed stuff? You know what I mean?
You don't see any signs of water here.
Maybe it
Medora's
wasn't
just
water.
gonna take one last quick look at the altar. Does it look like the handprints are deliberately carved?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. In the same deliberate manner as the cracks in the floor.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mm.
thanks.
We
And so you
continuing
guys
on?
proceed.
Let's get down
Cora,
this
if
corridor.
If you can keep lighting the way for me, that would be great. Just winks at Cora.
I will keep lighting the way for you, Medora.
Thanks. You
As
and
you
Marco
guys-
can
Why is it
step
just
up.
for you? Everyone needs.
As you round
And
this
everyone
corner.
else.
As you round the corner, the hallway begins to
Yeah.
slope down at a moderate angle once again. Axe and hammer marks cover the walls. The plaster from the great frescoes that once covered these walls has fallen to rubble on the sloping floor. Dust blankets everything, and the air here is so dry it hurts to breathe.
Take a drink. I pull out my humidifier and set it up.
I just cry a little bit.
Honestly,
Eye watering.
there's not enough moisture in your body to give a tear.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Guys,
Amun Ra
is that
done
a
fucked
horse
the
on the
water in this
floor?
area.
What an asshole.
What?
Is that a what on the
ass.
floor?
Looks like a horse in the tilings.
It's a zoom in.
It's,
It's a
yeah.
sphinx.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
what?
a little.
Sphinx.
That's
It's a
kind of like
horse
a
with no legs.
Oh,
It's a sphinx, and then if you look to the left, there's a Horus Ra.
It's a horse with no legs.
been through the desert on a horse with no legs.
That feels like it'd be difficult.
That's how you got here.
That, funny enough, I have had a PC do exactly that at least once.
Wait, what?
Anyway,
Okay, so surely there's traps here, right?
A3 wants to check to see if the hammer and axe marks looks like they've been put there intentionally.
yeah, like looking at them, they like definitely somebody did take a hammer and axe to this stuff, but picking up some of the debris that was once the fresco that they like tore up and looking at it, it's very crude. It doesn't look like it was very pretty. In fact, it doesn't even look, it looks like it was just splotches of color.
Guys,
And then somebody went to town on it.
I think this is the wrong way.
Why?
So, if I was making a temple to Amun-Ra and I wanted it to be unlootable, I would put somewhere in it that looked like it had already been looted so that people come in and go, oh, it's already been looted. Let's go home. I'm getting those vibes. There's like a thing over there. There's something open down the hallway.
In fact, looking down there, you can make out what used to be a door that's been broken lying on the floor down there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I'm happy to keep looking in this room if you guys want, but I think this is a intentional facade.
You reckon there's
As a-
no hidden doorways then?
There might be, but this specific bit seems like it's a, hey, you've found the finish line, but it's empty sort of situation.
Well, if if you want, I could just run over there really fast and peek around the corner and run back.
I don't want that.
Oh, okay.
By that logic, if that guy actually died 6 or 7 years ago and keeps being put back, maybe every time someone opens it and he falls out,
Yep.
they put him back.
That is part of the reason why this is my thinking. That might actually be
And
the way forwards.
the hands in the altar, you wouldn't carve that if it was secret. But if you put that there and people are like, oh, we do this, secret door, and follow in.
So then why were we the only ones the element tried to stop? Is everyone else just going in here, looting everything?
How many other people have you seen that
I
weren't already element?
That one guy in the cabinet.
Yeah, I get the impression that everything here is set up to make it more difficult. So trusting people to block the way isn't enough.
So do you want to check out that gas room that he fell out of some more?
We
You
can
think there's
check this.
some other.
We can check this room first. I just think we should bear that in mind.
Where the water was, there was only one turn, right? But at the entrance, there were 2 tunnels.
Where the water was, there was only one. Yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
The second narrow tunnel, we didn't find the other end.
Nope, not yet.
We could.
Do we want to bother with this room?
What is that?
What is
What?
that?
What the heck is that thing
You see
coming at us?
Humanoid
Oh.
shapes down below who are coming up your direction from below.
There's people.
Alright, maybe we
And
just
in
turn it out
fact-
now.
They look, as they enter here, to be Element.
Wait, why would we run? We have permission to be here. We
They
were on
don't
the
live
list.
too
You
healthy,
said
do
that.
they?
Because they may have been coming to get our dead bodies if we screwed up, or they may be chasing us out.
One of them has a torch, you can see.
Oh,
No weapons out though, right?
No, weapons are not out. Though you can see that all of them have bows on one shoulder and kopeshes worn at the hip. As they approach, like it's very clear they're watching you.
we just gotta step out of the way and let them pass.
Yeah, I
Stop
just
here.
I step out of the way.
And one
I'll do the same.
approaches.
Oui, bonjour. Let's go through.
The one who approaches looks kind of like that.
Ooh,
Ooh.
those
With-
eyes.
Stony obsidian skin. And when I say stony, I don't mean like, oh, it's a black dude. I mean like actual obsidian body
Oh,
Oh.
with sort of crystalline gleaming eyes as he approaches. You seek the glory of Amun-Ra as well.
yes.
Should we
Yes.
not?
Yes.
You are welcome here. All the more so, he gestures, to see the harm caused by outsiders whose hearts are filled with greed.
It's-
Their eyes see only the riches of gold and silver and miss the treasures of the spirit
but
that
that's
this place may have once been.
but surely if they've left the spirit here, that still remains. And that's the most important bit, isn't it?
Indeed. But it is good to remember those who came before, in health and in folly. Travel safely.
And you,
You
as
as
well.
And
well.
then one by one, they're going to make their way past you.
Can I do a check?
What kind of check?
What the fuck?
Oh, what the fuck check? What's your what the fuck bonus?
Like like what are they? Who are they?
They just look like
Society or desert lore.
Oh, I don't have desert lore. What the? I mean, I have a general idea, but
You get the sense that these are pretty standard Elemen. The four of them, like you recognize that they are what's called Oriids or Oriads. They have descended from a Shaitan somewhere in their
okay.
ancestry.
That's what I wanted to know. Gotcha.
In Earth genie.
Yeah.
Sizing them up, they look to be probably scouts. That wasn't you didn't get a vibe that like that was a war party so much as they were checking everything out, looking around.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, Mr. Marco.
Did they look
Yes.
like they deliberately matched the element in the temple, or did they look like they actually matched the element in the temple?
They were wearing similar garb. And you've definitely seen some Oriads in the temple.
So they look like they're probably from the temple,
same
not people
party,
that are
yeah.
dressed up to
Same
look like they're
same
from.
employers.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, they also know the manager.
They do.
Fine.
I was gonna go ahead, explore some more.
I step
That's
forward.
alright.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'll stick to the rear of the party.
Wow.
You guys
You
are
heard
going to
me.
continue downward?
Yes.
We.
A3 is going to keep. I won't mention it every time, but A3 is going to keep checking things that look broken to see if they're intentionally broken.
Checking these doors, you can see the doors are definitely broken. So actually, why don't I tell you guys what you see now that you're in this new room?
Okay.
Beyond the broken door, it is a huge octagonal room. 50 feet wide, 40 feet long, and 20 feet tall. It does rise to a flat ceiling, but in the center of the north wall, you see an arched corridor leading north. On the walls, carved in giant letters in Elvish, Dwarvish, Elemen, Jedian, Common, etc. You see the words treasure room.
Oh.
Scattered about the room are broken pots, chests that have been hewn in half, everything here covered in a thick layer of dust.
Is it also written in Abyssal?
No.
That'd be kind of a weird one, huh?
Why?
Can I add it?
Why you want to graffiti this place?
Well, they missed one, and obviously, if anyone from the Abyss came here, then
I think the point has been made, but if you
Mr.
had
Marco, do you see that?
You mean the sarcophagus?
Yes.
I can see it. That must be Amun-Ra, right?
Wrong.
No.
Well, through the arched corridor, you see another 30-foot wide room disappearing into the darkness. But in the center sits a sarcophagus, a large, ornate stone coffin. Its lid is ajar and broken. In the center of the north wall, you can make out ancient writing that has been chiseled into the stone. Yes, that's right. It's another friggin' inscription.
Ooh.
And it says tomb room.
It's like, you
Gotta
win.
label everything.
Here, if you want to see it.
Here lies Amun-Ra. He was robbed. It's so sad.
Here lies the
I mean, you aren't entirely wrong.
true tomb of Amun-Ra.
That sounds
Now
suspicious.
that he has now that
He.
That's not he, is it?
Oh no, it's not.
Know that lie have arrived too late to plunder my
ransom
for Heaven's Gate.
Oh, that adds up with what he said.
Yeah, so you take money with you to the grave to pay
Mm.
your way down the river of the afterlife. And there's lots of gates. And when you arrive at each one,
You got
stuff.
give it a dollar.
But
Oh,
this decoy, if it is a decoy, this was made when the language was still here.
I will note that is carved in stone into the north wall. With you guys' various search attempts, you can tell that this is somewhere in the ballpark of 1,000 years old.
So I think probably the decoy room has always been here, and that's common with pyramids. From my somehow weirdly extensive Egyptian knowledge.
why would you label a treasure room?
Because
everyone knows it's the treasure room.
thieves are stupid. Looks at Marco.
Let me just try to knock at this wall. Maybe there's some cavities behind it, eh?
Thunk sounds solid.
Maybe over here.
For clarification,
Thunk still solid.
Ithri's
Under the
chains
sarcophagus?
sound solid.
The lid is ajar, and like moving it aside, you can see that there's nothing really in there. It's all been taken.
Wait, you mean they took the corpse?
There's dust.
Am I detecting any magic?
No.
Ooh.
Other than the inscription in the north wall, is there anything else on any of the walls?
No.
So pyramids used to have like a false antechamber type thing. Pharaohs would have a fake tomb as the decoy. This isn't a modern, oh, we'll just block off the front section of the pyramid for tourists to make sure that they stop short. This is the original fake tomb.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we get to the real one?
Keep exploring. Don't give up. I also think down was a bad option. I think up is probably more likely.
I think we go back to the start and just double check that last tunnel.
Yeah, or we could check the
agree,
gassy dead man room.
Did you guys hear that?
Sound is not very.
I just
mind your own business.
I'm not happy about these events.
I just heard something.
I feel like
Wait,
there's a revolving statue door.
Were we supposed
mind your
to
own
hear
business?
that? Or no, we weren't. Okay, that's fine.
Don't worry, guys. It's just my tummy rumbling. It's been ages since we ate.
Did we legit hear that?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Could someone show me the way back out?
It's the way we came.
Well,
I can't see.
Isn't the girl still shining bright?
I'll light it up.
Yeah.
I want to check this.
I thought that Cora was shiny.
I am.
Yeah.
I want to double check this before I go.
Mademoiselle
It's just
Cora, don't
filled
stay
with
behind.
dust. And like
Is
as
there-
you reach your hand in and just scoop it up, it kind of runs through your fingers. You hear, well, that's not very exciting for a tomb, is it? I'd want to be buried with all manner of treasures, not your silly little coins. Maybe some food, a good spear, my favorite horse, some women, some men. A god gets bored. Can't say I'm very impressed.
Do I
Okay.
hear that? No, right?
No.
I will keep that noted for your will. Okay.
But I see her talking to herself, huh?
Yes.
I just say that.
Who are you talking to?
Loki.
Who? What?
And on that note, we're going to pause here for our break. You guys are returning to the entrance. Chat, I would encourage you to also take a brief break, hydrate, stretch. We'll be here when you get back, hopefully very soon, because I am absolutely thrilled that my clever PCs realized a room labeled in every known language treasure room might just be too easy to be real. We'll see more of the pyramid on the other half. See you soon. Are we?
I'm always
We
good.
are. We're live.
We are. Hey, hello,
Hey.
hi. Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of what I can now reveal is the plundered tomb level of the Pyramid of Amun-Ra. So we pick up with our PCs. The fastest, Medora and Key, have found that the element closed some of the doors behind them. So it does slow you down because you have to like push it and it slowly grinds open. I don't know if you guys can hear the door.
Yeah,
open.
they were.
Okay.
Yes,
Very cool.
they were probably
Okay,
like,
cool.
"Wow, these guys are rude. Didn't shut the door."
Mm-hmm. That they were. With
Sorry.
We'll shut the door. behind
Cora,
us.
Marco, and Ithri kind of taking up the rear as you come back into the cross section between the two water storage silos or vaults or whatever you want to call them.
How high was the dry
Well,
the well, not the well itself, but where the torrent would come in? How high was
Mhm.
it? Marco's
so
off
that
again.
yeah, if you guys want to head over there, you can take another look.
Monsieur Marco,
That buys me.
We
I believe Cora was showing you the way.
So as you make your way over here,
that way.
sorry.
My human torch. Or humanoid torch even.
Are you going over there again to look?
Yeah, to the dry one.
I'm
the
just
dry
sticking with
one.
Marco.
Well, neither
one-
is dry. There's water in both of them, you believe.
You said
just no
the
tone.
one of them's not got a torrent.
Right. That's okay. So that's the west one.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't know how deep it is, but the ceiling. Well, the dome starts 20 feet above, but the top of the dome is 30 feet up. So it's like a 10-foot deep bowl at the top.
And
Is
there's
there a hole
There is
for
not.
water to come out of?
No.
No, okay, so there is none.
Nope. Just a solid sandstone dome. Or
And
granite, more like.
I did 100 foot down and with a rope, and it
And
didn't
you got
get
no
wet.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just
And you
read
did that on
aura?
both sides, you said, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Can I read aura on the rock where it would mirror?
Can you hit read aura for me, the spell? Range 30 feet, so yeah, you could reach there. You spend about a minute here just kind of concentrating. You aren't reading any magic.
Okay.
But you can hear rushing water from here. I assume you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can.
When we were
Yeah.
close, we could. Yeah.
Shall we go check that other small passageway then?
Yeah.
Just running back and forth.
At this point, it's my favorite part of the day. It's roll a random encounter check.
Oh look, nothing.
As you come back to the worship hall, that's what I dubbed this room, or I'm sorry, the worship room, you do notice
Is it
one
written?
thing. And by
Oh.
you notice, I mean Ithri, you alone notice this. Among, all of you've kind of noticed the cloying, dust-choked nature of this place. Like, it doesn't smell great anywhere here. And it's all very arid. Ithri, there's just a hint of something extra, though, in the air here.
A smell.
Yeah, it's
Somebody toot.
a very specific citrusy tobacco, and you only know it because it's a smell of home.
I smell dwarf. Can I get if I like wander back and forth, is it filling the entire area or is it more like in a direction?
You can't tell too much. It's very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the fact that even Cora with her elite searching roll isn't noticing it, you probably only notice it because it's literally from home.
It does one of those things where you get like a flashback of like, oh, I'm thinking of this
Yeah.
now for some reason,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
It's faint. You suspect it may have passed through here in the last hour, but you can't really tell where. And it was probably it's it's been here since you guys came through, but it would have been very shortly after you came through.
Hmm. Okay.
What's wrong with 3?
Well, I got familiar smells. Makes me
What
think
does
of
that
home.
smell like?
What does it smell like?
Yeah.
Home. Well, like it smells like a common room, like where people are being social and having a chat.
What's that like?
What
Where do
what
you live? Where did you live?
Lingvi is up north, miles away.
Do you have family?
Yeah, you saw them in Hell. No, it wasn't actually Hell, was it? Barovia.
But that wasn't your actual family, right?
I don't really know how it worked there, but they were like echoes? Is that how that worked? You
Are
know,
you
they
saying
were. They were
somebody from home is here now?
I know. It's more of a cultural thing than a specific person thing. It made me
Okay.
think of a smell I might smell whilst I was in my hometown, not in my own house, kind of thing. But yeah, maybe there's a dwarf here that's puffing on a pipe or something.
They don't just let anybody in, right? So that's
I mean, they sort of do. We're here.
yeah, but we're on the list, so
We.
I think. I think this is the bit that you get let in to
oh,
be
I see.
like, oh, oh, we snuck in. Oh, but it's empty. Let's go home. I get that's the impression I'm getting.
Okay.
But maybe we did. I don't know.
We haven't made it into the VIP lounge yet.
We haven't made it. Yeah,
Um,
the
I'm gonna go.
upstairs
I'm gonna
booth.
check something real quick.
Okay.
Do
You
you need?
approach the sound of rushing water.
Could you walk through that? Like, would there be enough room to walk?
If it weren't for all the water, yes, it's
No,
like
is it like?
it's 10 feet in diameter. It's like a sluiceway, but
The current is very strong then.
very strong and
Okay.
fills the entire thing, it seems like.
Okay. Well,
I'm.
never mind. That was my thought.
Same thought.
I
Other
appreciate
side,
that answer.
hidden.
Can I check the wall here on the equivalent point where the other corridor was in the T section?
Yeah. I'm still using your earlier search roll as
All
you're
right.
like feeling it about. First of all, it's the same stone construction as the rest. It's not that gray granite. You don't find any like cracks, hinges, anything. You're not finding a secret door.
If I knock it, does it sound hollow?
No.
Eh.
Weird, right?
On the
How dare
opposite
they
side?
not be symmetrical?
Hmm.
We could
Can
go and
I?
check that other passage.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Unless you guys have an idea.
All right.
I checked my idea.
So we
checked
push the
mine.
statue.
All right. It swings open.
And we are now closing doors behind us, by the way. Or at least if we
Okay.
would be.
I'm
That's
happy to go through it first. If everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, I am.
The sound
As you
is so cool.
guys move over there, it's very late at night now. In fact, given how close to midnight it is, I think even Atfez and Pachi are no longer
What was
standing
that?
guard at the door.
Oh, those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. I was like, who was that?
Kyrek, as you start down the passage, you notice that there's a little bit of flickering light reaching the corner here, coming from the north. And you can hear chanting. It sounds like dozens of voices chanting, Amun Ra, Amun Ra, Amun Ra.
Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
I mean, it does sound like that. Just
Can I poke my head round the corner before, like, fully coming
Sure.
around?
do you want to make like a stealth check just to kind of be sneaky? And
Sure.
that would be a blind stealth, by the way. Stealth is a
Nice.
secret roll.
Blind or otherwise, it's not going to go well.
Oh, great.
Should have had
It
your
did
stealth
not.
do it.
You may as well just move out there.
Fair.
I'll tell you what you see as you move around that corner.
I mean, you are lit up, to be fair.
As Kyrek steps into the bright light. Actually, you probably can't, since Kyrek's carrying light. When he steps into he's kind of obscuring the fact that there's already light here to the rest of you. You can see that ahead the corridor opens into a room filled with prostrate robed figures, all bowing in worship toward a statue in the center of the north wall. They are all chanting in unison, Amun Ra, Amun Ra, as a group murmur. The 30-foot square room has 20-foot walls. You can't really see the walls. Can't really see the ceiling from that far back. You can see, though, that it is brightly illuminated. The statue of Amun-Ra that you've come to recognize is positioned differently here. His arms are outstretched like this and holding a bowl, specifically like an altar bowl. But it is filled with blazing fire near his chest, which is about 15 feet above the floor. There's a stone staircase that leads up to the altar bowl. One of the figures is clad in what looks to be clerical garb, stands beside the altar bowl up at the top of the steps. He was in the process of throwing what looks like some bows, some armor sets, and like some treasures into the fire. And he is kind of stopped because he was facing the group, and he's just like seeing your little lizard head poked around the corner.
That's
and like
me.
you're just looking back and forth at each other for a minute. And
So-
like, the chanting stops, and several of them of the element kind of get up and turn to look back at you.
Amun-Ra.
I would like to use deceptive worship and start chanting Amun-Ra.
Are
as
you
I
gonna
walk
do
into
the
room.
fucking mummy thing that Jonathan did? With
Amun-Ra. I'm good
Oh my
to
God.
follow that.
Okay.
I'll follow the expert.
So you guys are doing that, huh? Okay, do it.
Yeah, I
You guys
guess
are
so.
chanting
If
with
we
them,
can follow the expert.
Amun-Ra, as they
Ramen.
Do I need to roll for the...
You know what? In this case, I love it so much. I'm not going to make anybody roll. I'm going to say that you guys get away with it. The chanting picks up as the figure kind of nods in approval at the Amun-Ra, Amun-Ra, and he takes the last of what he's holding. It looks like some holy symbols in one hand, and he's got a decorated like a heirloom cape that looks like it's got like a family lineage on it, and he throws
Nice.
both of them into the bowl. Instantly the flames leap upward 10 feet high, nearly to the very tippy top of the dome above, obscuring the face of the statue, and then die back down in an instant as the low chant once more resumes. Amun-Ra.
Can I Amun-Ra my way to here?
Amun-Ra.
Is that okay, just so that everyone can get
Well, everybody in here is kind of prostrate and in worship poses. They're not just
So
kind of
I-
standing. They're
in? So I can
knelt.
like tiptoe over the Amun-Ra.
Yeah,
and
but
then
just so
kneel
you're
down.
aware, since you can see the rest now, you can see that the torches illuminating the walls illuminate. I'm so sorry. 5 more inscriptions.
It's fine. I will Amun-Ra my way to reading all of them.
Okay, that felt like a shift in direction.
Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra.
As usual, I'll give you. Here's the first one. You can work on that.
Okay, I will work on these in my head for a second if people want to carry on doing stuff, because Medora will just Amon Ra her way through this.
I mean, so
Yeah, I mean, what do you do in this situation? It's
yeah,
not
like
particularly obvious.
no. The people prostrate. Have they got anything with them that looks like they might then sacrifice it to the bowl, or is it
Yes.
just?
You can see all of these people have what looks like offerings. It's mostly like treasures and blood-stained gear.
That checks out.
There's one more coming. That's a big one.
These better not be fucking about the economy.
I mean, I'm going to enjoy them either way.
I don't think this one is as much about the economy.
It's more about family relationships and how he's going to marry his missus when he gets out of the temple under the river. That's what I'm reading here.
Jesus.
Bullshit. Though there had been much bad talk about Amon Ra, it was generally recognized
I think we've gotten how far Myth had gotten.
by the people and priests alike that he was the greatest of all gods in heaven westward. For he I was going to say monetized, but I don't think that's right. Manifested his power in his own temple.
For he alone, man. Yeah.
IJ. Satisfied or satisfies?
No.
Sacrifice?
Sacrifices of food and
Gold.
were
Here,
brought
if you guys want to see all of them together.
daily to lay on the altar before the
Statues.
statue in the small worship temple left and right from the store
From the
star.
store.
From the entrance to the tomb, from the
So the wells.
from the stair entrance to the tomb.
Yeah, it's got 2 dots.
Yeah. So that's referring to the wells, surely.
From the what?
The wells. Where the water was on both ends.
Or second entrance round the side, like on the map. Look at the map fragment that has the temple on it and the Fountain of Athos. There's an entrance round the side. Entrance.
And as
to
you guys
tomb.
are talking, like one of the priests is like, "Shh."
Oh, I'm not saying any of this out loud.
Amon Ra.
Well, I'm assuming you guys are kind of, if you're working together
Ra.
to translate, there's a little bit of like whispers.
Yeah.
There's probably like an
They're not telling you to
Amon
shut
Ra
up. Just like
temple,
one of you maybe got a little
Amon
too loud, and someone's like, "Shh."
It was
No,
probably
Sacrifice
Cora.
Amon Ra.
Oh, it was Cora who was like,
Ra.
"Shh."
No,
Uh,
Cora was
Cora-
Oh,
telling
Cora
you
who got
Shush 'em back.
shushed. Oh, okay.
not
That
Cora
makes more sense.
shushing. Focus,
Uh,
Amon Ra.
This is our priesthood
Good. Yeah.
right that
Whatsoever.
whatsoever Osiris
Osiris accepts he will
Something from
take from the altar and that which he wishes the priests to have, he
lays
leaves
yeah.
leaves on the altar. This sometimes my brain jumps ahead and is like parasite. Crack. This prevented the priests. Great. This
Except
prevented this prohibited
Profited.
the priest greatly, except that all offerings left in the East Temple would disappear and never be found again.
oh,
Okay. L is before M.
Oh my
Several
God, these are
priests,
so-
several priests
Upset.
upset to no, maybe upset to the see. Several priests upset to see their assets
Disappearing,
disappearing.
Yep.
Wow, you can't. If your assets are disappearing,
That's not good.
invest better.
Permit the economy again.
Search the East Temple, and they too disappeared. The temple became most hallowed
Yeah.
spot, so that all who wished to give offerings came to that temple only.
Yep.
Only. The priesthood then became
Ooh, look at that word.
unprofitable, and our doctrine
Doctrine
had to be changed.
Yep.
Well, yeah, every priesthood needs a prophet.
Fred.
But
Be quiet, you.
Trod, turned to trick.
Trade
turned to trick. Trade turned to trick. Okay. Offerings were often made from a passage.
Yep. Where
was offerings were often
made for a passage.
That doesn't make sense.
made
Offerings
for a
were
passage.
often made for a passage. Was
always provided between the time of the king and his likeness. Offerings were often made from a
for made for a passage.
Made
Made
for
for-
passage, as in like for
yeah. Offerings were made for a.
you would offer something so you can get
Would you have like
passage.
a
Offerings are
passage
made
with-
for a passage.
Yeah.
Was
Maybe
always
they- Maybe the stuff they're throwing goes somewhere.
always provided between the tomb of the
When-
king and
when
his
Marco
likeness?
says this,
Oh.
the
Oh, no.
Undyne priest at the top of the steps stops again. The chanting stops, and they kind of are looking. The priest says, "Do you have business here?"
Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra.
At this point, you're now the only ones
Yep.
chanting.
Oh no.
I stopped chanting immediately. Key.
You make mockery of our ways.
No.
Would my deceptive worship still be in play?
I would say at this point, because you guys have now been here for a pretty substantial bit of time, they're catching on.
Hey, you see, we were hoping for a bit of private time with our Lord and Savior Amun-Ra, but it seems we have stumbled upon your little ritual here.
Make a deception check.
So you need to get the fuck out.
Hey, can you just leave us all your treasure and go outside for a bit?
The last time this happened, he nat
Deception
20,
just a
so-
skill check, or do I
Yes.
pick it from? Because now I see all the actions.
Oh, now you've got them?
Yeah.
This would be to lie.
Oh, okay. So just
You
lie,
are
yeah?
lying.
Okay.
Yep.
What?
Oh dear.
And
then from
then-
chat, you'll click deception.
Okay. And then hidden?
Oh, target.
Then-
Yeah, you want to target the priest at the top of the steps.
How do I
We're still on
pick
the.
that?
We're still on the
Double
overall
right
map.
click. His
Double
token.
right click what?
The priest's token.
We're
Where's
we're
that?
on
Yeah, no,
the,
we're still
we're
on
on
the
the
overall
table.
Oops.
All right, sorry.
Forgot.
I
No,
thought
that
I
was
thought
my
he
bad.
was there somewhere. Maybe I'll
Um,
stare into his eyes while saying that.
So if you double right click him.
How double right click? Oh,
There-
okay.
yep,
Now he
there
has
you
the
go.
little. Okay, and then hidden blind GM roll.
No, this. It
Public?
is secret. Yes, it is blind. I'm sorry,
Okay.
I didn't realize lie was a secret roll. That makes sense.
I don't know how well I lied.
No, but I do.
I could have-
And
I can react if there's a fail.
you wish to worship? What sacrifices have you brought?
None of your business.
I am the Eosada here. And one of them is like, assistant to the assistant. I'm the Eosada in charge here. And if there's to be sacrifices made, I wish to see them made properly.
Can we convince them?
If
But,
I
yeah.
brought out some gems and made eye contact, would he allow me to walk up the stairs? To obviously give him the
When
sacrifices.
you present the gems, yes, that's a good sacrifice. Go ahead, come.
I'm just choosing
Give
which
your
ones.
offerings to Great Amun-Ra, greatest of heaven westward.
I walk up.
Yeah, they'll kind of move out of your way for you to.
Yep.
I will walk up to the
Can I
fire. I will
sneak
close
behind
down
the
my
statue?
reading.
While they're doing that, while she's distracting him, can I sneak behind the statue?
I mean,
So it is flush with the wall, I'm afraid.
there's also
Yeah, but like to check the statue. I mean, like while they are busy.
You can get close enough that you can kind of look using your earlier perception. You don't actually see any hinges or cracks.
But I want to see if something happens when they throw something in.
Okay. You're just kind of keeping an eye there. Medora, are you really throwing your gems into the flame?
I hold 2 obsidian over the fire. And
That is a big flame, like the
okay, the edge of the
edges
fire,
well,
the very edge, not like the
edges are
middle
coming
of the.
almost to your wrist.
I don't like
You don't
set
feel
myself on
any-
fire.
You don't feel any heat.
I'd still do it, and I look the assistant to the assistant of the assistant's assistant
Rude.
directly in the eye and go, to the King Amun-Ra, may his likeness guide me, and my worship be true. And I drop the 2 obsidian.
The flames explode upward, reaching all the way to the top of the dome. You feel no heat, of course, but as the flames die back down, the whole crowd below, Amun-Ra, Amun-Ra. And looking in, there's no sign of your gems in the bowl.
It's fine, I picked 2 of my very not worth stuff.
Accepted your sacrifice.
Can
Do
I?
you wish to offer more?
Marco steps up and he's like, I am gonna bring the greatest sacrifice. And he steps up the stairs and jumps into the flame bowl. Acrobatically. Like, behold!
Make an acrobatics check.
Is
If
the
you're wrong
guy
about this,
super
this is the most
distracted by
panache way
this?
to die.
yeah.
So
And
acrobatics,
do you
right?
have a
Okay.
backup character?
Is that public or
Public.
private?
Yeah,
Or
no,
blind?
this is public.
Public.
As he does.
Oh.
So yeah, he takes the stairs 2 at a time, and then just right into the flames, which explode upward, and like even the chanting stops in and like mid Amu. And when the flames go back down,
I follow him, so there's my acrobatics.
I would stop
Fuck's
Cora.
sake.
I want to grab Cora as she goes past me. Because you guys have got to get past 2 of us.
I'm still chancing.
Cora, how I'm treating this is Once more, you can make an acrobatics check. It is opposed by a DC. In this case, it would be against Medora's Fortitude DC.
Oh yeah, because I'm so good. Sure.
You told me to watch him!
38.
I'm
No,
gonna
you're
stay
not
on him.
rolling Fortitude. It's your
okay.
DC. So
My
it's just
DC
25.
is 4.
So that's a critical success. Cora's by so fast, like, you haven't even processed that Marco went past you.
Oh no.
As soon as Cora is completely inside the offering bowl, the flames surge upward, blocking her and Marco from sight. And as the flames die down immediately thereafter, the bowl is empty, save for the flames. Marco and Cora are no more.
Well, this is going to be the weirdest TPK.
I would like to
And
again
at
look
this
the
point,
guy.
the assistant to the assistant to the Iaseta, is like, they offer the greatest sacrifice, their very life force, given in flame to great Amun-Ra. May their spirits rise to worship at his feet in heaven westward.
I would like to challenge him to the tome that he's holding.
To a duel?
What?
He doesn't actually have the tome. That's
I don't care. It looks
Oh,
like a
left.
book.
I want
I'm
it
gonna see a
anyway.
book.
yeah.
I want it.
That's because that's the token from the one back in the temple. It's a different one. That's
Wait, you
the guy.
mean that he hasn't got the book?
He
Rubbish.
does not have the book.
Stand
Look,
down.
I can't make a damn tome for every single Iaseta, or
You
a
can.
custom token for every one.
I'll have the tome that the other guy had then.
Who's going to lean over to Key and be like, can you send magic messages?
Can't send magic messages, but I can try and figure out if jumping into that fire might kill us.
I want to look at the assistant to the assistant's assistant, and I'm demoting him now because I'm going to say we have given far greater sacrifice. If you cannot
Yes,
match our
it's
offer,
the blessings of Amun-Ra will carry with you.
do you not also want the blessings?
I bear the blessings that I have earned.
Okay, at this point, could I cast Read Omens?
How long does Read Omens take out of interest?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Chant Amun-Ra while doing
Did you start? do you just subtly change it to Omen Ra?
Omen-Ra.
Oh, man.
Are you,
He's doing the actions.
Are you
Omen-Ra.
are you gonna sit tight for 10 minutes and cast that?
Well, if that's going to take 10 minutes, I
Yeah.
don't think Ithri would be that patient.
Medora. If Key wants to start that, Medora's just going to cast message and go, Cora?
Do you need to see your target for that spell?
I don't need to see, but she can't reply unless
Okay.
she also has
How are you?
like an equivalent.
I have
There's
message.
no response.
Oh, okay.
Cora!
I'm just gonna keep casting.
Well, the range is 120 feet for message.
Is
Unless
the,
it's heightened.
Then you have to be on another plane, on the same plane.
Dexter, if you fucking got me killed.
mine's heightened, so
I didn't plan on jumping up.
I had to follow you!
my range is 500 feet on message.
Yep.
I'm 501 feet away.
Okay. Oh, Junko will kill me if I don't look after Cora.
Cora did what?
You know how they're Amun-Ra, Amun-Ra, and like the
And an
assistant to the
Omen-Ra.
assistant Iaseta walks down the steps. He's like taking more sacrifices from the other worshipping element, carries them back up. And,
Can I trip him so he also falls in?
If you do, it is an attack. So
Sacrifice
it will
yourself,
start
bitch!
bearing in
cannot
mind
do that
half of our
without
party
starting
isn't here for that
initiative.
fight.
Yeah,
Fine,
they
I'm
already
diving-
outnumbered us.
I'm just gonna look at him and go, coward, and just get in the fire.
If we just wait for me to cast this spell, I can tell
Medora
you
is
it's already.
completely engulfed in flames.
I mean, yeah,
Let's
Ithri
surge up.
is like
I guess we're all good.
Key underestimates the loyalty of this party to Cora.
He underestimated the stupidity of this party.
can you oh fuck it. Ithri's just gonna go get him.
Jesus.
I'm committed to the TV
Next
game.
episode's title is Party of One.
You know what I like is that I know for a fact that the flames are loudest when you're standing on them.
Yep.
Yes,
So that's-
it was
that effect
horrible.
is-
It was great. Loved it. I was on fire.
Key, you are alone with your element.
You're open
Brethren.
raw.
Waiting until this spell's finished. He is not stupid enough and loyal enough to these bastards
Can
just
I
yet to
ask,
follow
Key?
them into a fire.
Question, Key. When you do read omens, are you still like looking at your surroundings, or is it like a very meditative internal spell, and you're just gonna look up and be like, "Oh"?
I would imagine it takes a bit of concentration, but not so
It-
much that I haven't noticed the rest of you.
Exactly. It takes concentration,
fire.
but not like exclusivity.
Hmm.
So yeah, you are aware, but it doesn't. You don't let it break your concentration. You spend a few more minutes here among the worshipping element. At the end of which, what is your what goal or activity or event are you reading?
If I jump into that bloody fire, am I going to die?
Well, I can't. That's you can say jump into the fire. Jumping into the
Okay.
fire.
I jump into the fire. What happens?
You see, for a moment, a silvery light sort of swirling about in motes, intermingled with gold.
I think I vaguely understand what that means. Okay, I'm happy to casually walk up the steps while chanting Amun-Ra. I'd like to turn to face the rest of the followers, the worshippers. And
Brother, do you come to worship as well? To offer sacrifice?
I can't believe that these people are not more impressed by what I did.
I mean,
I'm so offended right now.
three other people also just ran after you.
with my back to the fire, I would like to raise a middle finger to all of them
You're just gonna like whoop.
and fall backwards into
Like
the
you can
fire
see
while still
swords
chanting
being-
Amun-Ra.
Flames. And I suppose I probably owe you guys a little bit of.
Time to roll our new characters.
So thank you all for coming
Key.
to campaign.
It was
As
going so well
soon-
until they all just decided to jump into a fire.
Ava's gonna be
As
so
soon
pissed.
as you are fully within the offering base, the flames rise up before you, completely blocking your sight. You are blinded. You feel dizziness, a strong sense of vertigo that passes almost as soon as it begins. When you look up, you are in the basin no longer. How dope would it be if I was like, and that's what we're gonna end for today? I'm not.
That would be
I was
perfect.
expecting that until I looked at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did look at the time to be like, can I?
I mean,
This would be so good if we left a TPK like cliffhanger, and then we don't tell Ava and we just don't play for the next.
Okay, but, like, what do you think I am, Chris Perkins? I'm not gonna be that kind of bastard. We are gonna have to do things a tiny bit differently though. Where we are, because you guys have no sense of north, south, east, west.
Need us to take a break while you.
No, I actually set this up ahead of time.
Wow.
We are so predictable.
I was prepared for us
Yes.
to be idiots.
The heck is this?
Allow me to explain.
Welcome to heaven.
The room,
Right at home.
Marco, that you find yourself in is a perfect octagon with 4 arched exits, a domed ceiling above you, and a prone human skeleton in the center of the floor. There's a vaguely sulfurous smell that assails your nostrils. There's Cora right behind you.
Why'd
The
you just jump
room
in
that you
there?
now find yourselves in is 30 feet wide from side to side. The ceiling, the domed ceiling above, is 30 feet. You can see that all 4 of the exits are identical, separated from one another by perfectly identical walls, all of which, walls and exits, are about 10 feet wide. Ithri appears. Rust orange mist.
It was Medora
Yeah.
next.
Oh, was it Medora? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Technically,
Medora.
I didn't like appear. I just sort of materialized and like zip.
Rust orange mists swirl on the other side of the archways. You can clearly see that orange mist from anywhere in the room you find yourselves. A lever is set, or lever if you're that kind of person, in the center of each of the 4 walls. And just below each lever is an inscription. At this point, you've deciphered enough that you can easily read. It says, "Pull me."
Okay.
And all of the levers are downward. So if you pulled them, they would pull up. Now, the skeleton that I mentioned in the center of the floor, E3 appears, has its arm extended above its head, holding a sword in that arm, the point of which is pointing to here, in this direction. Now, going forward, I started this for you. These are 5-foot squares, but you guys are going to have to draw your own maps here
Oh, fuck.
using the draw tools.
Oh.
When you say us, Nexus started this.
That's all good.
I have to go. Okay. How does that work?
I'm happy either way.
I'm good drawing.
So for now, it's just the 4 of you.
So, I think Key is like doing a spell to check, so he's might be a minute. But we're not dead, I think, right? This doesn't look like last time.
I look
Marco, you trying to get rid of us?
Hey, what do you mean? Why would you jump after me?
Why would you just jump in?
Because he said something about the passage and, you know, remember the stuff from the beginning with the bravery. I just
I mean-
assumed when, you know, they threw stuff in and it wasn't in the bowl, it must go somewhere.
And in Marco's defense, he was right.
I know.
Don't get me wrong, it was stupid, but he was right.
But, you know, you could make a plan and we could all go together.
I mean, we did.
That wasn't your intention.
True.
I love the honesty there. Just yeah, no.
I love that you would trust me this much.
I didn't say that. You should wait.
Yeah, let's wait for Key. But in the meantime, Ithri wants to check out the sword without touching it to see if there's any markings on it, if there's any engravings, if there's any indication of its make, origin, that kind of thing. Culture. Or if it's just a plain sword.
It is very plain. Looking at it, the style is distinctly like it's got a slight curve to it. It looks like it's from a desert culture. It doesn't like it. It doesn't jump out at you as like an elvish sword or anything like that. There's no runes or anything on it. It does look like it's kind of damaged, like it's taken some knocks.
Oh, are Medora's gems here? Or
No.
any of the other sacrifices? No?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
you four are.
All of our gear's
Yes.
with us, though, right?
Medora's
Mm.
going to probably get her staff right up under Monsieur Marco's chin and go, "You, why are you actually here?"
For adventure. See, this was exactly the kind of bravery and badassery that I'm after.
So
Just
jumping
say
into
the
a
word,
fire,
Medora. I'll do it.
and when you say that, I turn around and you don't you ever cuss me out for what Junko would say when you just did that.
You told me to watch him.
I didn't tell you to sacrifice yourself for him.
I wasn't.
I mean, she didn't.
Oh.
She didn't know she didn't, but she didn't.
Oh, I knew.
want answers. Cora, let's do it.
Do what?
I think we need answers from Marco.
Oh no, I might have to run.
Oh
Just to the next
Oh,
thing.
oh,
no!
Entertain us. Run from Cora.
What?
So-
That, to be fair, that's not going to go well for you.
well, give us answers, Mr. Marco. You heard her.
Well, if you promise me to not kill me in my sleep, I promise you I will also not kill you in my sleep.
Hey,
Do you
Weirdly-
sleep kill people?
No, not
not in
usually.
his sleep, he doesn't.
I don't want to hurt you.
She really doesn't.
I don't want to hurt
Medora
anyone.
does not comment.
He
But I
appears.
Oh, hello.
First thing
Sit
I'd
down
like
and
to
be
do.
quiet.
First thing I'd like to do
Why are
is
you
shout
swearing
at
at us?
everyone. Next time anyone has any bright ideas to jump into something that might just kill them, how about you consult it with the rest of us first? Jesus Christ, where even are we?
We're dealing with
I
this
agree.
right now.
Well, if the fire would have hurt, I would have screamed. You would have heard that. And the stuff you throw in doesn't have any bravery and courage, so of course it doesn't end up here.
For the record, by the way, the 4 levers are here,
Oh.
here,
hmm
here, and here.
Okay, but we're not pulling them. Mr. Marco's gonna tell us
We're gonna
everything
surround
he
him.
knows.
That is everything I know. I was literally just wandering through the desert. I saw this thing and I wanted to know what's inside.
Where do you come from?
Where did you
Oh,
go?
you can consider me a
Don't know.
cosmopolitan. I make my home wherever there is something.
Where's your family? Who's your parents?
I
you have
actually
any
never met my
siblings?
parents. I grew up with my grandpa. But you want to know these personal things about me? I didn't ask you about this Loki guy we were talking to earlier.
Were you
What
talking
about
to Loki
Loki?
again?
Yeah?
I'm gonna avert that attention and sneak back.
Look, Loki started talking earlier, and that was it. Nothing weird happened.
As long as everything's all right.
And for your information, Loki's my mom. So there.
What?
Now you know.
I don't know my mom.
Okay. You lived with your grandpa.
We.
Does he have a nice mustache?
I've broken
Uh,
the
he
thing.
had a full beard actually. He
Okay.
wasn't too good at taking care of himself, you know.
So why are you here?
I already told you. I'm looking for adventure. Maybe some treasure on the way, you know.
Medora's gonna pull a gem out and just toss it between her hands and
A
like
what?
see whether Mark. I have so many gems. I have. It's
Oh,
gonna be.
all right.
It's gonna be a piece of. It's a garnet. Just a nice red shiny jewel. DeMarco's eyes flick to the jewel at all,
I mean,
and then
I
do they
mean-
follow it?
I look at what you're flicking around, but like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna steal from you while you are looking.
Okay, Medora,
Mm.
I kind of left home for adventure too, so I can't really fault him there.
yeah.
Are you telling me you trust me enough to jump into the fireball, but then you don't trust me to tell you the truth?
I didn't jump in the fire for you.
That's what you say now.
I jumped in the fire because of her.
Look, I had a goal and I was keeping to it.
One of you guys should figure out which doorway to take and which lever to pull.
Oh, it's that one.
How do you know?
It's the way the sword isn't pointing.
Huh?
Everything so far has been like misdirection and stuff, and the sword's pointing that way, so we should go that way. I don't know which
Alright.
lever though.
Is there any lever? Do we
I mean,
need a
they all
lever?
say pull me, so maybe we just don't.
Jump on them instead and we go that way.
Do the opposite to everything anything says in this place.
So we push them.
So, Askell, clarify for us the mists we see. Is it like a solid wall of orange mist that you can't see through at all?
Dark Souls boss fight.
Yeah, it's like a swirling rusty orange color. As you draw near it, it's very dry and warm, and you get like a smell that's vaguely sulfurous from it.
Are they all the same?
Mm-hmm. And they do obscure everything.
So we have to pull one. Or whatever, push.
Or just walk through the mists, but that might be a bit burny. It smells a bit burny.
You know, I
my
have bad experience with mists.
Am I still detecting magic?
Yes.
Or would I even be detecting magic in here?
Yes, you are detecting magic.
Everything is magic.
Just in general. Just
Oh, I'm supposed to give you the highest level. The mist. The mist on the top side, which would be the mist. So all of you came in facing the bottom. So it would be the mist from behind you when facing where you were facing when you first appeared. Going forward, I will use left, right, and such for directions.
What's the school of magic?
Illusion.
I think it's fake.
Think the mist is fake?
There's something fake about it.
Let me try something. And I will step towards it.
Throw Marco through it.
I'm looking at a different
I
map
don't
than you
dislike him
guys,
that much.
so you got to be a little descriptive with me. Stepping toward the one that
The northern.
I went
The up one.
up.
the up one.
The uppy.
Okay,
Can I dispel magic?
you can certainly try.
Can you dispel magic?
So
What
go
do I
ahead
do?
and hit counteract. Now you're going to click counteract.
And you want blind GM or public?
Public.
Have a dice. Have a 0-point reroll.
Oh, we got a Medora hero point.
It's gonna be a nat.
One.
It's not gonna be a nat one.
No.
There's going to be
Did
two of them.
It's a
better.
nat double one.
28. The mist does not dissipate.
Did you do it?
Nope.
What didn't you do?
I
I
don't know. I
tried
don't
to
know.
dispel it.
Oh.
I'll
This
stick
would
my
tell you-
staff into part of it, into the mist.
It's probably a high level magic.
I stick my staff in and like swirl it around and pull my staff
It
back
sort of
out.
wraps around the staff a little. You pull it out. The staff is completely fine.
Does it feel hot?
No.
If I read aura on the 4 levers and the 4 mists,
You can do that. Okay.
it splits.
Up to 10 objects.
I just want to play snap.
So you cannot read aura on the mist. That's not an object.
Rude.
Oh, yeah.
But the
Can
4
I pick
levers,
a water droplet on each of the?
the 4 levers all detect as magic.
I grab some mist
What
here.
auras?
A moment. I gotta actually double check what the aura on that is.
Death, 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 life.
Evocation.
On all 4.
Is that a problem?
Myth has no idea what evocation means, so that's not helping me.
Fire, ice.
Yeah, it's usually
It's
damage.
Damage typically, yeah.
Typically, or
Oh.
some kind of like offensive magic.
Okay. I would
I think there is a
like.
guide online somewhere about the schools of magic, and
Do you want to try going this way? You said it's an illusion, right? So my staff was fine.
If I poke my staff through that has the eyes on the end of it, does it come out the other side of the mist?
No.
I could
So
tie a
whatever
rope.
it is, it's
that's a good idea.
not a thin curtain of mist. It's
You could tie
Big
this my
curtain of mist.
special rope around me.
Yeah, do that. I'll hold on to the other end.
Okay. I'll tie my rope
Right on Marco, they want adventure.
and I'll give it I'll give it to Isri. No, we need to keep an eye on Marco, Mr. Marco.
Name's Marco, Mr. Marco.
Mr. Marco.
Monsieur.
I mean,
And
Mr.
once
Marco was
Isri
my
has
father's
the
name, who I
other
never met.
side, I'll jump into the mist here.
okay. And this is you are going through the top one?
I'm going to, as you disappear, cast message and just go, Cora, check one.
This
Do I
is
hear
So
that?
first of all, let's do one thing at a time.
Oh,
first.
okay.
First of all, you step into the vaguely sulfurous mist.
Make a death save.
Entering,
Ah!
there's no physical problem, except maybe that it obscures everything. Even Cora's light immediately disappears once she's in the mist. Like it blocks light.
oh,
It becomes literally impossible, Cora, even to see your own hand 6 inches in front of your face.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hand on the wall right here that I know is right there.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
After a short time, you do feel a little bit lightheaded, but the sulfurous smell seems to have disappeared. And your mind kind of wanders a little bit. You sort of lose track of how long you've been here or what you were
Oh.
doing
Uh-oh.
until suddenly you're out of the mist.
Oh, where? What? How? Huh?
And you can see the mist's part to reveal a 10-foot wide by 30-foot long section of clear corridor, with mists filling the archways at both ends, of course, and with 2 additional archways leading out from the center of both side walls, also filled with mists.
Okay, how big did you say it was?
10 feet wide by 30 feet long. And then there's an archway behind you, an archway
Stop,
ahead of
stop.
you.
10 feet wide?
Mhm.
By 30 feet long?
But this is not necessarily attached to what we're attached
Like-
to.
There we go. I've drawn it on, but it's
Okay.
it's all in
Oh.
white. I don't know how to change it because that's really
Yeah,
hard to
hold
see.
on. Let me change the color.
I tried it earlier and it wouldn't work.
There's
So.
on the draw tools, there's a gear tab for configure drawing.
Yeah, I did. I
Oh.
tried it and it just
So
didn't.
the thing is that there's no guarantee that it's right there, but technically 10 feet wide by 30 foot long. No. 30 foot long. Like that? Because there's
Yeah,
there's
exactly
an
like that.
indeterminable gap between us and that.
Well, you know it's less than the length of the rope.
True.
Okay, so is it like that?
And Ithri's
Yes.
Okay.
However, there are 4 archways filled with mists here. The one that Cora came through at the bottom, and then another one
like
at the
right
top,
here.
and then one in the left and right in the middle.
Right here, here, and here.
Exactly. Just like that.
Okay, something like that. Okay. What about the rope? Is it like taut? Do I feel
The rope is not taut. It's just as slack as it was before. You hear Medora's message.
Medora check 2? I respond.
Cora, I'm gonna come to you if you're good.
Follow the rope.
I'm So what I want to do is take my 50-foot rope, find the middle of it, give the middle to Ithri. No, wait, hang on. It's a 50-foot rope. If I give you, I like fold it in 5. Put it in 5. I want a 20-foot section and a 30-foot section to kind of give me a rough idea of length. And if both of those are slack, it's less than 20 feet. Ithri, if you hold this bit, I'm going to follow Cora's rope, and I'll hold the 2 ends. And if it's the long bit, which I'm going to put a knot in the end of so I know, see how far this is. And I walk through like that.
So how far onto the rope is the knot?
So Ithri's holding 20 foot. So I've got 2, 1 in each hand, and my arm looped around Cora's rope. So I should have a 20-foot section in my left hand and a 30-foot section in my right hand with a knot on the end. So that's the 30-foot section.
Okay. So you're carrying it in. And if I'm understanding this right, Ithri will see roughly how far you drag the rope in, yes?
I mean, if I've left an end, basically it's either going to be...
I'm just holding it until it goes.
It might get
I
taut,
guess. Yeah.
and then...
Okay.
We'll see. If it gets taut before I get out of the mist, then no problem.
Okay. You step into the mist. You feel your mind sort of go blank and you sort of lose track of what you're doing. For how long?
By the way,
just
Medora, it's a little funny when you go in.
And then you're out.
Do I still have both ends of the rope?
Yeah.
Are they both taut, or any of them
Neither
taut?
is taut. No.
Okay. I pull 3 times. I cast message to Ithri and go, it's not that far, but it's really weird.
Yeah, it feels funny.
Can I respond to that? Because I can't see her.
You cannot.
You don't have to see her, only Medora, I think.
Am I supposed to wait until it goes tight? Does someone else want to go through?
Right?
Apparently it's weird. I'll stay here with ropes.
I'll take weird.
Oh, you can't cast message unless they're within the 500 feet anyway.
So I can cast it,
Mm-hmm.
but Ithri can't reply because he can't see me.
Yeah.
Correct.
And we'll
They don't need to see you. Oh yeah, they
no,
do.
I
Okay.
just have to see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we know it's less than 20 feet.
I like pull my rope like a jump rope. I go in circles with it.
Okay. Yeah, the rope just kind of coils in, slithering through the mist.
What's she doing?
Suddenly
presume-
Ithri appears
Like a
tied
noodle
up.
of spaghetti
I
getting
presume
slipped up.
sound doesn't go through the mist either.
It does not.
No.
And then
okay.
I'm gonna start pulling my rope forward.
So that all happened after I walked in. So what is he thinking I'm doing with the rope?
You tell me. I mean, yeah, Marco disappears into the mist,
Key, do you want to go?
reappears
Or
from
shall I
on the
go?
other side.
If you
Oh,
stay
hey.
holding the rope, I can grab
Tell-
onto it and move myself through.
Tell them to pull me through when you're there.
God, we're making stupid choices today, aren't we? Okay, I'll jump into the mist as well. Why not? Been one of those adventures.
You're not really sure how far you go, but you come out the other side with kind of like a, oh, I'm here.
I feel like we must be more. It's got to be at least there because 20 feet.
Teleportation magic.
Or it's just a teleportation. It doesn't really matter.
Now you're thinking with balls.
Do ropes go through teleportation magic?
If it's a
Why not?
portal.
They can.
I say to them, yank Ithri through. He doesn't want to walk.
Okay, I pull Ithri through. Or I just pull my rope.
You're suddenly like kind of jerked into the mist,
Cool.
and for a moment it's like head empty, no thought, and then you're out the other side.
Oh,
How
that
was
was quite
that?
nice actually. Ugh. Good to not have thoughts.
So you've
now
now
we
got
have
3 options. Well, technically 4 if you
4.
backtrack. You could backtrack, you could go left, right, or continue forward.
Read aura. No, can't on the mists. Tech magic.
Uh,
Key, how did you
um,
know it was illusionary?
I did all detecting magic-y stuff.
hang on 1 second. Cora, hold this. Ithri's gonna walk back through the same door.
Okay.
With holding the rope. Holding
Your
one end of the
steps
rope.
become muddled. Your mind wanders. Then you find yourself standing in an octagonal room with a skeleton in the middle of the floor. It has a sword that it is holding outstretched over its head, which is pointing to the right as you're like looking from where you're looking
Perfect.
at it.
Yeah,
The
that's
sword
what I
is
expected.
pointing.
Cool. Back in.
You guys starting to learn the nature of this insidious little maze?
I was just checking because, and you know why I was just checking.
I know exactly why
Yeah.
you were checking.
That was an Ashley thing, not an Ithri thing. Great drawing. I like that.
Exactly what it looks like, all right.
Okay, cool. Thanks. It's all good.
Is that not pointing? No, to the right. No, ignore me. Stage right.
It was the
These we
right as I
walked
was
back
looking at it.
through.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
This isn't the way I said to go, by the way, but
We can go back.
no, that's fine. I don't think any decision is a right decision in this place.
So which way
Well,
should we go now?
considering we know the mist doesn't kill us on contact, we could always
Well,
just go
that
to any of them.
didn't.
This
Well,
one
that
did
one
not.
didn't.
It
Right, this
smells
one
like
didn't.
sulfur, and the levers were probably a lot of damage, and sulfur and fire, and sounds like fun.
Hey, there's three options, right? Flip a coin.
I don't have a three-sided coin.
Okay.
You don't have a D3?
Left my dice at home.
Are they all?
wish...
Are they giving off magic, Key? Like, is there a?
You detect magic.
From.
Well, it would still be the same one that you've been detecting, the mist behind you.
Can I voluntarily not detect magic from that one?
Ah, yes. As a matter of fact, you can. You detect magic coming from the archway to the right.
I suggest we go through. Is it illusion still?
Mm-hmm.
I suggest we go through the one on the right. I'm detecting some nice strong magic from there.
So, I am not saying no to that suggestion. However, if there were 4 points on that room we just came from, and there's 4 points here, that means that there's a lot of points we could go through. Do we want to hold on to this rope and
Roop?
some of us go this way and some of us go that way?
Oh god.
And then as soon as we're there, have a little look and then come back?
So
Sure.
I've got chalk. I can start marking. Oh wait, no. There's like no physical walls, is there?
I mean, there's physical walls.
Oh, okay, I can start marking on walls by the doorways of like which ones we've been into, or
That
if
is a
they
good
like how many
shout.
entrances they have.
Fucking complicated. Okay.
Well, we can always draw that. So
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to have to mirror it on my version of the map so I can
Okay.
describe things
make
correctly.
it a really intricate
Can
drawing
you-
so that we know it was definitely us.
Can you not see what we've drawn if you switch to our view?
If I switch to your view, I can,
Yeah,
but then I'm
so-
hopping back and forth and reloading maps.
Oh, okay.
If
In
we
that case, while you're doing that, I'm going to go back to the room we came so I can draw on the mist wall there to let us know we've been through it.
Okay, so describe to me, what are you drawing where?
So I am drawing on the wall by the mist back in the previous room.
Uh-huh. Right or left wall?
The right hand wall.
Okay.
I'm going to draw just a little check mark and the number 4.
And the number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I do that in a different
Fucking
color.
PCs.
He hates numbers. Especially the number 4.
We found his weakness now.
So I'll just do a little.
Okay. It is done.
Meanwhile, in the room that we're in, the
Mhm.
mist archway we came through, just at the bottom next of the wall next to it. I don't mind either
Right
side.
or left? On the right side or the left side of it? Looking
Right
at it.
side, looking at it. Medora's just
Okay.
going to draw the Valkyrie symbol and the letter E.
Why?
Because
Okay.
then we know it was us, and that's the exit.
He also hates the letter E.
Fine.
4E.
I think at this point he's hating the Valkyries.
We came from this direction, thanks.
You have a number 4 and an E?
Yeah, 4E.
It's two different people started coding things.
Can you? You're punishing me, and I respect that.
Do you regret not making it a TPK of fire?
Hey, you know what? How about a random encounter check? Anybody else want a random encounter check? How about a
No.
random encounter check?
I love random encounter checks.
Lucky you.
Oh,
Or not.
I don't even remember
Some
what the
encounters
Valkyrie
are fun.
symbol looked like, so that squiggle is that.
Rude.
Okay, so now what? You can go right, left, or forward.
Right.
back.
shall we go through the one I suggested with the heavy magic little detectives?
Could you do me a favor and just check the other mists? Can you willfully ignore and just do a once? Just
Sure,
do a
yeah.
check
If I
that all of
willfully
them are
ignore the one that we
illusionary.
already knows magic.
You gonna do that?
Yeah.
The north one detects as magic, illusion.
And if I ignore that
Not
one
north,
as well?
but up, forward.
Yeah, yeah. And if
Ignoring
I-
that one, the left one detects as magic.
Illusion.
They're all magic and they're all illusion.
So this one is stronger than the other ones? Did they go by
I
order of
think
strength?
it may be that I was closer to it.
Oh.
So it's got a stronger presence simply because I'm nearby.
Oh.
Ithri, why did you say not this way?
Because it was a decision.
Are
I
you
did
thinking
explain. I did explain.
literally opposite the
I
sword?
said
You know
the
how-
sword went that way, so we should go the other way. But it's
For
all
all the
good.
DMs out there, you know how they say a PC's worst enemy is a door? This is what happens if you take away all of their doors.
I mean,
You
you
think start questioning me.
not only did you take away the doors, but you also took away direction. So our
Yeah, that's true.
communication system is completely shut.
Sorry, were you hoping there'd be like some grand plan?
No, I'm just thinking if they're all illusion, then it could all just be crap, and maybe one of the ones wasn't illusion in the original place. Or maybe we have to pull a lever, set ourselves on fire, and it will be fine.
Or does
Okay.
it set the mist on fire?
Okay, so here's what we do then: is we take 3 rights and see if we come back to where we started.
Okay. And it was
Okay.
less than 20 feet, so if we tied for safety 2 ropes together, that would give us.
I don't think I mean I don't think we need length. It's more just
But I think someone should keep hold of the rope.
yeah. I think keep hold of the rope when we go through these portals, just
Mhm.
so that you don't get lost in the fuzziness. But I don't think we need them to measure distance.
I more meant just to trace back quicker.
I thought you were making your little exit signs.
I can draw all over this place.
Yeah.
Hey, one time I drew on something, it gave us gems and a portal gem.
Exactly. Can't be bad, right?
Graffiti is
I
great.
will note
I'm sure it's fine.
for Medora, Key, Cora, and Marco, now that I think about it, it is a very strange feeling. Not knowing if you're underground, which way is north, if you're even on the same plane of existence anymore. There's a sense of creeping dread that picks at the very edges of your consciousness at this concept that you have utterly no idea where you are.
That's how I like it.
With that in mind, what do you guys do?
I would suggest we send Medora through first. And when you get there, message me over, one, if it's safe. If it's not, then I won't get the message, I guess. And 2, how many doors are on the other side, so I can just chalk that up, and then rest of us can go through.
Technically, we can do pairs if we, or 2 and 3, if we went through holding hands.
As long
And
as you go through and
Cora's
I
in
stay
one
here.
and I'm in the other, we can message backwards and forwards between the groups.
I don't need to respond to you. I just need you to tell me what's on the other side so I can chalk it on the wall.
I mean,
So as long as you're in the first
if you
group that
need
goes
us to
through and I'm
come
in the
back,
last.
in case you need us to come back, Cora, are you happy staying with Key?
I'm fine with that.
I think you
Unless you
guys
want
are
me.
overthinking.
Looks at my choices and goes,
I think you guys are
Beatrice is
overthinking
sensible
this.
one.
Cora's absolutely fine. Like, you know, I was growing attached to you a lot until you started
with
jumping
me.
into bloody fires.
Are you grabbing my hand, pulling me
Yeah,
through?
Marco with me, and I grab the
Geez,
end of the
mixed
rope
signals.
and the end of Marco.
All right, Marco and Medora are going through, and you're going right.
We're turning right from the way we came.
This way then, yeah?
Yep. Oh, that's not me. I'm just drawing on the map.
And
job.
you have a rope,
We have a rope.
just a regular, unmarked, unenchanted rope.
Mine had a knot in the end of it. Cora's was still out. So whichever one of those I would have picked up.
You tell me.
Probably the enchanted one because this
I'm
is
still tied to my enchanted one, so
Okay, well you'll be able to feel. So we go through to the right.
So if you go more than 50 feet, Cora would know.
Yeah.
Yes.
45
Okay.
technically, because she's tied to it.
45, yeah, you're right.
But you know.
You step into the mist, and once again, your senses are dulled. The smell fades, your mind wanders. Step, or was that 2 steps? 3, 10? Doesn't really matter. Wait, the mists part to reveal a 10-foot by 30-foot section of clear corridor with mists filling the archways at both ends. Archways lead out from the center of both side walls and are also filled with mists. However, this one, you have come out of the middle of the 30-foot long wall. So 10 feet in front of you is another arch-filled opening, or a mist-filled archway. And then long ways to the left and right, you see more mist-filled archways.
I write MM number 1 on the floor.
God damn you people.
I
On the right or left side of the arch.
Just in the middle in front of it, right? So you can read
On
it
the
when
floor.
you step. Yeah. Wasn't that on the floor the whole time?
No,
I've been
they
doing
were
it on the
being on the
walls.
walls.
All done.
Medora's just going to look at you in confusion and do the Valkyrie symbol and the E on the one we just came through to the right of the one we just came through. And I message.
You're putting, what are you putting, Medora?
The Valkyrie symbol and E to the right of the arch we just came through.
Mine is just for trolling Asko. You don't have to put that down.
No, it's done.
He scuffs it
can
out with
live
his
with your
feet and
choices.
does it again. I cast message back to Key. Same again. 4 doors.
So I draw a little tick and 4 again.
What?
And then
On the right side of the mist
I
wall.
know the system.
On the right side of the one
I
that
got it.
she just went through?
Yeah, but on my end of it.
Okay.
And then
Jesus Christ.
the rope is still loose.
Are we going through?
The rope is still loose.
Did
There's
she say
slack.
to come through?
I'm ready if you guys are. She said it's safe.
Oh, Marco.
All right.
Cool. The rest of us
Wait,
are
what are you doing in here? Stay back.
By the way, you just saw Medora writing in pitch darkness.
Oh.
Did he take notice though? Because he was also writing.
Oh.
I mean, you were both writing in pitch darkness.
Wait, so okay.
hello.
So,
I'll
How would
keep
it-
that to myself.
Okay.
And we go through.
So the other 3
this
of
way.
you guys are coming through?
I mean, I just asked Key what they were doing.
Yeah, but
Hi.
I'm not
What
able
are
to
you
respond,
doing?
am I?
I thought you was no. I like you appeared
Oh,
in the
shit.
room, and I was like, I thought you were staying back there.
No, I'll be coming into this one now because it's safe, so I can do the marking again.
But how will we know if we've done a circle?
With the
we-
markings on the
Yes.
He
wall.
said for us to come in, so we came in.
So all 5 of you are now here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Marco's
Well, no,
already
because we'll
gone.
find a skeleton with a sword pointing in the opposite direction.
Yeah, and we know the way back anyway, so if we don't, it doesn't matter. I think you
Okay.
guys are overthinking this stuff.
Come on, Marco. Go into the mist again.
Alright.
Wait, which mist are you going to? Wait, was there another marking put down?
All I'm saying, Askel,
Right?
is that this would be so much easier if I managed to wait. Oh my god, Miff, you're a donut brain. I think I have that thing.
Yeah, 3, you get a hero point.
Oh, thanks.
Hey,
like-
Askel,
Yeah.
I'd like to use the feat prescient planner and get myself a compass.
Ah,
I have a
you can
compass.
do that.
You have a compass?
Why did I not think of that?
You're more of a donut brain than I am.
Look, it's been a long day of jumping in the
Medora
fire, all
suddenly
right?
like face palms and then mutters something about having planned just for this, reaches into her bag and withdraws a little compass, which is just spinning in circles.
Well, that sucks.
But you have a compass now. You may add that to your inventory.
I have a compass. I'm fine with that. It would have been useful in the desert too. I don't
Yes.
want a container. Wait. As I pull it out, Key, do you respond to me pulling a compass out?
Are you still in the same room as me?
Yeah, no one's moved out. You guys are still in the same.
I'll be
5
honest,
are all
it's
together.
a common enough item that I would have just been like, yeah, that makes sense to carry something like that around with you.
And at present, there are only 2 markings in here: a Valkyrie symbol E and an MM, a hashtag, and a number 1.
I'm gonna go full Art Deco in the next room and do like a full.
Good roll, Picasso.
Yeah. I'm thinking like the scene of the abyss with the portal back to eyes. It's be fine. You had to be there.
When people are like, DM advice, don't do mazes, I'm always like, no, you can do mazes. You just got to make them don't do mazes.
Yeah, we step through the
Just
mist.
don't.
I take Marco with me
mist?
again.
Southern.
The
The same
down
one.
one.
You can't see. Oh, okay,
We're turning right. We're
Yeah.
just
so-
turning right in a
Okay, so
circle.
you're taking
Down.
a right.
We're doing the thing where we take so many rights that we should end up back in the same room. If
That's-
it's
Okay, and
that's
this
what we're trying to do,
is. By the way, is anyone doing any exploration actions? Or are you all kind of on this figure out what the hell?
I'm on the whole detect magic thing.
I was still doing the searching. Was it
Okay.
searching?
was it
Ye searchers, please make a
Scouting.
new blind perception.
Oh.
all right? Okay,
I would
maybe
be
I'll
doing
be
that as
searching.
well.
I think. Yeah.
Monsieur Marco, maybe we want to step out of the mist before like, searching in the.
Yeah, I don't want
See
to touch
anything.
anything that I'm not supposed to touch. Eh?
Okay, so Marco and Medora
Wait, I had to do my roll yet.
are moving through the right-hand column or archway, right?
No, Southern. If we're.
Yeah, that's the right hand. You're taking a right.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. I
if-
thought you
if
meant stage
you-
right, not right player.
No,
yeah,
We-
no,
cool.
I said I'm
In
going to be
theory-
using
yeah.
what you
My
see
bad.
now.
My bad.
In theory, I've done a circle. On your map, I've probably like cross-cornered the entire thing.
Didn't
You're
finish
not
the
sure how
circle yet,
far
did
you
we?
go, but you find yourselves in a 10-foot by 30-foot section of clear corridor with mists filling archways at both ends, blah, blah, blah. You know, the shtick. You find yourselves coming out of the
Short end.
short end. Yeah. So
Hmm.
it's just 30 feet ahead of you with arches to the left and right at the halfway point.
Let's put, yeah.
Yeah, presumably. Hopefully, if you take the right now.
Same symbols as before.
Okay, I need you to be specific.
The Valkyrie symbol plus E to the right of the archway we just came through, and I cast
it.
message back to Key with same again, 4.
Guess what I draw?
Tick 4.
Tick
Don't work
4.
with that. On the right side
this
of
maze
On the
is
right hand,
sponsored
so
by-
my right, so yeah.
Okay, and is there going to be an MM this time?
No,
Just the
I
one
made my
MM.
point. Yeah, I made my point.
Okay. I don't know if I'm happy about that or not. I can't decide. So what do you do now?
Turn right again,
Everyone.
right?
Where are
Are
we
you
going?
bringing them through or?
Yeah, we'll pop through.
Yeah.
Come on, gentlefolk.
As soon as Key gets through, I think we start into the next one.
Okay.
I'm just
Taking
gonna look
another
and go
right?
like, we good? Yeah, another right. In theory, this should bring us back to the first room.
Yeah, technically.
In theory.
In theory.
In theory. You disappear into the mists, head clear, brain empty, and then you find yourself in a dark, octagonal room with four arched exits, a domed ceiling, and a prone human skeleton in the center of the floor. And of course, four levers on the four walls, all of them positioned downward.
And just to check, is there a tick and a 4 on the wall?
There sure is.
It's a circle. Message back to Key.
I tell the others, guys, it's a circle.
Yay!
Surely it's a square.
Wibbly wobbly.
Mm.
I feel like
Oh, in that case, I'm going to quickly draw on the wall again. To the right, my right, blah, blah, blah.
anyone new to watching us is going to be like, wow, their maps are so basic. We
Well,
have
yeah.
beautiful maps made by,
No, John Pintar, and I am looking at that very map right now. I just can't
and I'm
let you
sure
guys see
it's
it.
aesthetically amazing and really beautifully pleasing. And you've got my drawing of a skeleton.
Oh, I'm going to make sure I show it to people at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what? You've jotted down the check number 4.
A quick Foundry question. I highlighted the token controls and the select token, and now I can't move my character. What? I can't find the button to press to make me be able to.
Try clicking off your character and back on.
Yeah. No.
What?
If I try and move it, I just make a box that
Uh,
selects tokens.
If you click the token controls button again,
Yeah.
and then click select tokens again,
Yeah.
still no.
It's still the same.
Have you got your character sheet open?
Mm-hmm.
Try closing your character sheet, double click your token. Does it still open the character sheet?
Okay, all I did was open the character sheet and close it, and now it's fixed. Sorry. Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
I get that a lot every now and then. So
Just got a bit janky. Carry on.
Okay, so you've all regrouped in the octagonal room?
Yep.
Cool.
So
At this point, time is going by. You don't know what time it is, but it's definitely after midnight.
So I'm really hungry. Okay, cool.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Are you hungry? Are you hungry all the time?
Shall we
I am,
have a quick
yeah.
rest while we're in, I guess, the base room?
I just need like the snackage is fine. We haven't been
Okay.
awake that long. I just we didn't have breakfast or dinner. We woke up in the evening. It's confusing.
I
I'm
have
happy to eat.
some dried FISH.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It's good,
I'm
though.
GOOD.
Fucking weird.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to settle in for a little break?
Yeah.
Let's
Can't
plan.
believe
Nom, nom,
not
nom, nom,
one
nom,
of you
nom,
little goblins
Nom,
has
nom,
pulled
nom.
a lever
nom,
that
nom,
literally
nom,
has a
nom.
sign on it that says "Pull me."
No,
Nom,
we're
nom,
good.
nom, nom, nom.
We don't trust
Oh.
it.
I'm gonna go through every single missed archway in this entire maze and then pull all 4 levers.
So
Miff, you're the one I'm most surprised by. That has to be tugging at you. You have to want those levers.
Do you know what, Askell? If you gave us the map with aesthetically pleasing levers on it, then maybe I would. But you've given us a blueprint, and they don't really look like levers. So
Giving us nothing.
I
Yeah.
drew white blobs. What more do you
Yeah.
need?
yeah, and I looked at the white blobs and I was like, I'm good.
So I've got a plan if no one else does,
Okay.
and it
Let's hear
involves
it.
a lot less decision making because that seems to slow us down a lot.
Hmm.
I reckon we just flip a coin. No, okay, let's not do that. Let's pick a direction and just go in the same direction for as long as possible and see what happens and when we aren't able to go in the same direction.
I'm good
Wait,
with
Shall
that.
we go
That's
away
your
from the
plan?
sword?
Isn't that what we just did?
No, we went round in a square. I'm saying go in a
Did-
straight line until we can't anymore. Just to get to the edge.
Okay.
I'm good with that. Should we
Shall
tie
we-
ourselves together so we don't get lost in the?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Shall we go opposite way to the sword?
I mean,
Here's something.
we hear something. Did you say?
A snort from
Loki, be quiet.
Skeleton
the
laughing?
mist in the opposite direction of the first one you went through,
So down.
like
Yeah, okay.
a snuffling,
Like a laugh or like a dog?
followed by like what sounds like clack clack of heavy boots or hooves or something hitting stone, getting
Guys hear that?
closer.
Oh, there's things that live here.
Should we go?
Ah.
I can make us invisible.
And then a figure emerges from the mist, hulking, twice the size of the biggest among you easily, and then some, holding in one hand an axe the size of Ithri, but double-headed at either side. It stands on bovine, furry, hooved feet, but upright, like a
Ooh.
man, bulging muscles, fur, and a black coarse mane running down its back, and the head of a snarling bull. Its eyes bloodshot, blazing red as it sees you, and it snorts, kicking one hoof on the stone.
Can I
I believe we
diplomatize?
found. I believe we found the manager.
Wait, can
And
I
we're going to
haggle?
end here for tonight.
Haggle? I'll haggle.
Okay.
Quick, does anybody have a red towel? I need one.
No.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
That's cool. Yeah.
But you know what? Just for you guys, before anyone goes
Ooh.
anywhere, let me do this for you. Hang on.
Hanging on.
I'm hanging.
Just for
that didn't come
just
up on
for myth.
Observer for some reason. Can you try and
I will in one moment.
Yeah.
Give me a sec though. Block
Just gonna
sight. Hearing, that's
Show me a
one.
lever.
One of those Minecraft ones.
I'm doing so good not randomly pulling levers. I
Yeah,
really wanted to.
I cannot believe you haven't. Like you, out of everyone, I thought was sure to do this.
I used up my impulsive thoughts earlier, throwing dice at Denver. So
I mean, randomly jumping into a fire might have helped as well.
Sure. Okay, here you
also
go.
threatening somebody instead of telling them our entire life story for once.
I mean, I was severely
Ooh.
tempted to do so. Oh, very nice.
Oh, this is pretty.
Wait, what are we looking at?
Did that work for Observer, Ashlow?
That did, but we didn't get to see the Minotaur thing on Observer.
No.
Oh no,
yeah,
no, it's come up a broken link. That's weird.
Eh?
Yeah,
Where?
it's like, yeah.
Well, y'all can see it as a token. On the
Well,
map.
he's pretty cute. I should try
He
flirting
isn't.
with him, like Sam
He is
did.
not.
No?
The token isn't on the map. What?
Yes, it is for me. I see
Not
it.
I see it.
on specifically on Observer.
Observer, you drunk? Go home.
Go home.
Observer is
drink.
also in black and white,
The
Yeah.
lever's there. I would have
That's
been more
dark vision.
tempted.
Maybe it's all
so
good.
it's got vision from somebody and they can't see it. I don't know. That's weird.
But literally, all of you guys can see it.
So,
I don't know, man.
Can you, if you can, no, okay, let's just do it next time. Viewers will have to wait until next time
Extra
to see.
cliffhanger for chat.
Yeah, welcome to Cordan's Master Maze. And it's a doozy. This thing sucks.
Myth, your drawing was pretty much spot on. I mean,
Nailed it. Wrong arm was up. But
I mean-
otherwise, spot on, perfect
Yeah.
trap.
Yeah, that's
I really want to pull one of those levers, but
yeah, now that you can see them.
yeah,
Can spawn a
Plus
minotaur
four
every time you pull.
simultaneously.
Yeah,
It's
so
porn.
I'll give you 3
Yeah.
guesses what some of the random encounters in this labyrinth are.
Yeah, that's
one's
great.
a minotaur, apparently.
Yeah, well,
There's
Medusa?
Or
probably
a
going to be a
couple.
sphinx, I'm guessing.
historically, minotaurs aren't very nice to people who wander into their labyrinths.
We didn't
so what-
wander.
You
We
say
jumped
that.
Yeah, well,
in. Just wait. I will haggle the shit out of this minotaur.
you
Just
say
you
that.
wait.
And while
I-
you do
You
that,
yeah.
say that. I'm rooting for you.
What are minotaurs
uh,
like? I'm not sure how to haggle. with
Killing
them.
and goring people who wander into their labyrinths.
Okay.
I only have
I-
one question that I'd like answered before next week. You don't have to do that now, and that
Mhm.
is, are they edible?
Minotaurs?
Well, let me answer
I-
your
I
question
would
with another
assume.
question. Do you like steak?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We
Rations.
could have prescient planet
But
a
now
cowbell.
here's another question. This one's more for chat than you guys, but anybody who wants to boggle their noodle on this one is welcome to. Do lady minotaurs? Can you milk lady minotaurs? And would you?
Not-
Is it just
Can't
regular?
milk those.
Is
Not
that
without
just
cons-
regular cow milk?
You
Not
can't
without
milk
consent. You
those.
can't.
Well, damn right. Thank you. That's the right answer. But would you get just regular cow milk? Do you
I
think?
I
think
feel
you'd
like it'll be
get.
closer to yogurt.
I think you'd get a very annoyed minotaur.
Yeah, a
Oh, you would
headache,
you would 100%
A couple of
die.
broken ribs.
Honestly, I mean, they would kill you. But you know.
and then the Mr. Minotaur is also gonna turn up and
Well,
be
this
like,
is the Mr. Minotaur.
"Oi."
Mm.
Don't try
Okay,
and
so
milk
we
him.
need to
Came
get him
through
a
the
lady
mist.
friend. Welcome to Maze Dating. Monsieur Marco here is going to take you through.
You better hope that the theme of mist applies to the attack rolls coming from that Minotaur. I'll
Red
say
mist.
that.
You like door
I
number
could,
1 or door number 2?
I'm expecting Scylla Black to come through one of the mist gates now.
What
I will
if-
say this.
That might.
I'm a
miss
little
some.
nervous.
Probably
I've had
does.
parties get through Cordan's Master Maze in like a quarter of a game session,
No,
and I've had parties take like 6 game sessions.
we're here for a
That's gonna
long
be
time,
us.
not for a good time.
So
okay.
We've set
it'll
up a
be
system.
interesting to see.
Okay,
Oh,
check this out. I could use this and turn into like a tiny minotaur.
I will say the fastest party I ever had get through this was playing 5th edition D&D, and they
Oh.
got through it without utilizing the game mechanics at all. The slowest group I ever had got through this playing the edition it was written for, which is old school AD&D. They also did not utilize the rules. They just made some very unfortunate choices.
Yeah.
Well, you
At the
know
end of the day,
us.
there's an element of luck and an element of logic, and you got to combine kind of both.
And
for
I'm
this,
going to
so.
ignore both.
You
Yeah.
sure are. You guys sure are. Honestly, you know what? You did find a quantifiable loop, so I love that for you.
Well,
do
now
love
I
that
can
for
just
you.
keep going around in circles, going while I get
True.
chased. I'm
You
assuming
could.
his movement speed is faster
That-
than mine.
I'll tell you this too. The adventure gives some ideas of things you could do to figure things out. And I've got a little list here, and you've already done one of them. That's all I'll say on that note.
Pull all the levers.
You want some experience points?
Hell
I
yeah.
want to pull the lever.
Sure.
Can I trade?
So let's see. You get don't write this down, you just get the final total. There's 10 XP for the entirety of the plundered tomb.
Yay.
Actually, XP for being like, we lose.
Okay. counting the trials and tribulations you have dealt with, you guys get a grand total of 40 XP each.
Woo.
Yahoo!
I see.
Level 10 in no time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
we
to be
need to
fair,
do
you
is
can't have been
visit-
expecting a whole lot of XP.
I wasn't expecting any, to be honest.
If we
I don't want
visit,
to
I
alarm
mean, you
anyone.
You did overcome some trials. You technically you resolved the secret door, the arcane lock problem, and you did talk your way past a potentially hostile group of Elemen.
Amun-Ra.
And that would not have been a good. Honestly,
Amun-Ra.
I'm so excited that you guys Imhotep'd your way in there.
I
That was
in
And
that
then impressed them by jumping into the fire.
I fully
They weren't all
positioned
that
myself for
impressed.
combat in that room.
I
was like-
joke's on you. I mean, that's what they normally make infidels do. So
Oh,
I'm-
no,
that's why they
really?
weren't impressed. You guys were like the trash taking yourselves out. So they were like, "This is great."
They were like, oh, okay,
I
cool.
think my favorite part of that was Nexa being like, yeah, Marco jumps in. And I hope having enough instinct that we wouldn't just let you go alone. But the fact is that Cora went in and Medora's like, oh, Junko will never speak to me again if Cora doesn't come back out. And Ithri's like,
Oh,
yeah,
for
well,
fuck's
we
sake.
kind of one for all.
Yeah.
And I feel
I mean,
like,
to be
Blaze, you were
fair-
like, I could leave.
There was
Right.
a fair amount of evidence pointing towards like that's what you do. That whole
Hmm.
bit about the Eastern Temple treasures vanishing. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout
Player
out to
was-
yet another 5-page rant from a priest about how the marketing sucks. Tourism's dropping.
To be fair, the words in that room were decent clues.
Mm-hmm. Very.
I still kind of wish I'd chucked the guy in with us.
Nah, then we'd have had to put up with him.
No, then you'd have a problem. Is the thing there?
Yeah, and here comes a Minotaur to get rid of the problem.
I
Did
also
Maybe
don't
these
know the
guys
problem.
know how the portal thing worked, or were they just chucking stuff in?
I would assume so, because one of the inscriptions did say, like, trick
They
or...
can't read them. They can't read them.
Oh, can they not?
No,
I mean, the head honcho has a book that he can't read and
he's
wouldn't
trying
show
to
me.
translate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. fair
Also,
enough, right.
remember those 4 Oread Elemen seem to think that was the real tomb.
hmm
Mm.
Well, unless they were lying and were just like,
Have you
"Hey,
ever met an Elemen who could lie?
I've
Yeah,
never met an
Lysium.
element." So.
I've literally lied my way in here.
Oh yeah.
Like, so
Okay.
far, my entire premise
Have you
has
ever
just
met
been I
more than
work
2
here.
Elemen who could lie?
The first
I
element
mean-
I've ever met is just lying his way into an
Well, I mean,
inaccessible
technically-
temple.
I will point out, Monsieur Marco is an Ifrit.
Hmm.
He might not dress or talk like an Elemen, but he sure looks an awful lot like an Elemen.
I just think you should be proud that for once we managed to not vomit splurge a load of life story on someone and instead went for the opposite and went, this guy's not
You
getting
stuck
anything.
your finger down their throat in an effort to make them vomit splurge their life
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. Where do
True
you come
life
from?
story.
Who are your parents? Oh, you
Tell
don't
me
know
about
your
your
parents?
grandpa.
Oh, okay. That's the end of our torture. Welcome to the maze.
Well,
You're
I'm
right,
proud of
Kat.
y'all. You solved the plundered tomb, and you've started making some headway on Cordan's master maze. So, good job. Pat yourselves on the back and be ready to come into this thing next week to test your, well, everything really. Chat, thank you so much for the raids today. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the hero points that fortunately for once in our god's forsaken lives, our PCs weren't like desperately clinging to like a life raft. They didn't actually really need saving. They're
What?
going
You
on.
mean I didn't need to re-roll and get a 1 instead?
We didn't roll that many
Yeah,
dice that we could see, so
I will. I do want you to know one thing because we're gonna have to re-roll next time. Both Cora and Marco rolled nat 1s on their perception checks while searching.
Really? Oh wow.
Just now.
Wow.
So
Nice.
That's horrible.
So if
that
there
is
were
really,
secret
really
doors,
bad. I was like, oh, this is interesting. This ought to be fun.
That's
And then
I have
Ifrit
like a
was like,
plus.
here I am with a really great perception.
Yeah,
So.
when you were like, "Oh, you go to searching" earlier, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's what I should have been doing," but never mind.
It definitely it pays. Search and defend and scout are a fighter's best friend. But I digress. Chat. If you want to see parts of this that you might have missed, or get some context, or check out our other campaigns, you can find all of that on our YouTube channel. But you know what you can't find on our YouTube channel? You know what's exclusively here on Twitch? Our pregame shows, where some or all of us are going to be here. We will be interacting with our Twitch chat, actually like answering questions if you have any, or just engaging with you, and otherwise talking to each other about the desert and Pathfinder and other adventures, and just I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid the word podcast, but there it is.
Shooting the shit, as they
Yeah,
say.
yeah, a little bit before we actually get into the game. That is exclusive to Twitch. So if you are here in person, you can kind of check that out if you're into that. If you want to get to know the players, or just talk with us a little bit, and you don't want to be on our awesome kick-ass Discord, which you should also be on. That's an option. That being said, I think we're done here. So with that, I bid all of you a very fond adieu.
Bye.
Ah.